Oh yeah, I forgot to go live on TikTok. Hello everybody, welcome to another live stream. Hope everybody's doing really well. I feel like a DJ right now. Give me a second while I set up my live stream. Because I am professional and never set anything up like I'm supposed to. But that's okay. Okay, there we go. Now we're live. That chat right there. That chat right there. And I guess there's... Oh, it's already connected. Already connected. Perfect. Okay, so I think we're good. Hello everybody, welcome to another live stream. I hope you're all doing really well. We're here, we're ready. I'm going to be playing some 7 Days to Die. I've reinstalled the game completely. I wiped the folder. Hello Brian, how are you? I wiped the folder, so we should be good to just jump into 7 Days to Die. I don't know for sure. You never know, you know, the streams always tend to kind of do their own thing, but we're going to try our best. Hopefully it'll work, so that's the plan anyways. I'm good. I just got up and I had a shower, had my breakfast, and I'm good to go. I've been non-stop since I got up, but thankfully I think we're good. I had forgotten to install, sorry, I'm just making sure my stream is on my tablet so I can see that it doesn't crash or anything. I had forgotten to install 7 Days to Die, but thankfully while I was eating breakfast and everything, it installed and I just turned it on and it's fine. And so we should be good, hopefully. Fingers crossed, you never know, right? But we'll see. And it seems like the file is still there, so that's the plan, is to just continue with what we were doing. Hopefully the ladder won't be broken. We'll find out in just a minute. I don't have anything too exciting since yesterday. I worked, and that's about it. It's been an uneventful day, which is really nice. My Master Sword's about to fall off the wall. Oh well, whatever, I'll fix it after. The Pretzel, long time no see. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Hope life is treating you well. Okay, I guess we'll get started because I don't really have much else to say. I'm not super story filled today. This is one of the upsides. Oh, did I not do it? Oh, crap. Oh well. I made an event on YouTube. I don't think that is what's playing right now. It's not what's playing right now. Okay, that's fine. I'll have to just delete it off the YouTube studio thing. Give me a second here. It wasn't supposed to be this way. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Give me a second here. I'm having a hard time concentrating on all the jillion things I'm supposed to do. No, it's not made for kids. Is everything else okay? Low latency. Oh, I didn't put it in ultra low latency. Oh well. Not much I can do about it. Not much I can do about it. That's all right. Let me just change this to just the 7 Days to Die logo at least so people have an idea of what I'm playing. It does say 7 Days to Die. Try not to get eaten. That's good enough. Clifford, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Sorry to hear about that, Pretzel. Yeah, sometimes uneventful days are very nice. They're definitely really nice. Crap, I forgot. I was gonna say something else and I forgot. Nah, I forgot. I don't know. But yeah, it's nice. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's one of the upsides is the more I stream, the less I have to tell everybody. Because when I do short streams, right, like I've got a bunch of stuff that happens, and so then I have a bunch of stuff to talk about. But when I'm streaming more often, there's a lot less to talk about because there's a lot less that happens in my life. So that is going to be a change as time goes on, that I'll have... I won't be less talkative, I just won't get sidetracked as easily. I'll still get sidetracked because that's just who I am, but not as easily. Okay, I guess we're good. So let me just get started here. Bye-bye music. Switch over to the gameplay. Oh, the colors are all weird. Oh, the colors are really weird. What happened to the colors? Why are they purple? That is really messed up. Weird. I forgot to open up OBS on the other computer. That is really weird. Okay, quit the game. Why are you purple? It's not purple on my screen. It's purple on that screen, though. That's really friggin' weird. Maybe I just disable it and re-enable it. Maybe that'll fix it. Well, I did move the computer last night, so maybe I messed it up. Maybe that's what I did. I don't know. Let me run a couple of quick things here, because it's purple on both YouTube and Twitch. So let me deactivate, activate. Oh, you know what it is? It's that filter. It's that filter. That filter. Boom. There we go. Okay. Wow, that's really weird. I didn't know it did that. The colors look normal when I'm playing Dead Island. They look normal when I'm playing Dead Island, but they don't look normal when it's not HDR Dead Island. That is so weird. Oh well. I'll just have to start saving up money and get myself a new capture card that can do HDR. That'll probably solve the whole problem. Beat colored Doctor Who. Maybe it's some like beat planet that he goes to. Beat timeline planet thing. It's a whole episode. It's a secret episode. Only the true Doctor Who fans know. I don't know how I found out, but... hello, Merle. Nice to see you. I didn't know him, Pretzel. I did not know him. All right. See you later, Clifford. We win. Hello. How are you? How are you? I'm good. Yes, Doctor Who was pink because of a filter. Okay, we should be good now. Let's start the game. Let's start the game. Cool. It's working. Now let's make sure that the ladder doesn't crash. If the ladder doesn't crash, then we'll be good. Oh yeah, I gotta load it up so you guys can... Oh, so I... hold on. Hold on. I don't have the game selected. Hold on, game. Don't give them the tension music yet. Not until it's selected. Not until you're selected. Are you selected now? There you go. Now you can see the tense locations that we're in. Hooded Sun, how are you? How have you been? How's life treating you? How are things going? Okay, so let's... This isn't really horror, Clifford. This is it's a survival game. It just happened to be themed around zombies. The horror comes out of just like trying to survive, but there's no like crazy, scary stuff. Okay, so for those who haven't been around, I was having some major issues. The ladder in this area that I'm saved in for some reason kept glitching the game out. But I did have a VR patch put onto the game. I had tried to remove the VR patch and just like fix the files in the game. It seemed to not have worked, so I completely wiped the folder and I reinstalled the game fresh. So hopefully that has fixed it. If it hasn't, we will go to Minecraft, but hopefully this won't be an issue tonight. 7th day, nice. Only one death, awesome. I haven't made it to the 7th day yet, and I've died multiple times in this file. Oh, nice. Do you struggle with gambling, Hooded Sun? Your husband died 5 times. Oh my god. Hey, yes, it's Miguel. Miguel is going to be here. Don't worry. Hooded Sun, Miguel will ease your tension. Don't you worry. Hold on. Miguel will ease your tension. If I play like this on TikTok, will people still watch me? That is the real question. Because Miguel really does not need a face. He just needs a sexy voice. I should probably have some water while I do that voice. I'll grab some... I have half a bottle of water in my room. I'll grab that in a second. Yeah, Brian, so I fully wiped... Okay, let's find out. I fully wiped the folder. Hey, look, it works now. I fully wiped the folder completely blank. In order to try to avoid any more issues. Sorry, I just want to see one thing. Because for some reason, my capture card... Deactivate? Activate. For some reason, when I start streaming, my capture card locks right up. It gives me like a really low frame rate, like sub 30, although it's running at more than 60 on my screen, so I always have to like reset the capture card for it to kind of be okay. It still doesn't seem to be super smooth, but it's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, I fully, like, I uninstalled the game completely, then I went into the Steam folder, and I erased the whole folder, so that way any of the files that stayed, any of the residual files would be taken away too. And it seems to have fixed it, so it was definitely the patch. Oh, he's the chicken, the killer chicken. Get out of here, chicken. I killed you this time, see? Miguel is not as scared this time. You're pretty gross looking. Okay. Miguel causes more tension. Especially when he learned the tension-causing technique from Merle. Oops, wrong button. The tension-causing technique from Merle, where you wear pantyhose to go up this ladder. Hold on, hold on. What button? What button is it? Is it this one? Alright, let's do it. Look. Ah. I am in my underwear going up the ladder. How much tension does that cause? I wonder if is there a third-person view in this? I wonder if there is. I don't think there is, but there might be. That would be too much for everyone to handle. Too much tension. Miguel in his tidy little not whiteies is too sexy. Oh, okay, okay. So, without assistance to a degree, like, how do I answer this question? I'll say, I'll ask if I get stuck. For now, I'm trying to, like, fail hard because there's not really much to do in this game. Part of the, like, much to do as in a straightforward story. Part of the fun is just me failing continuously. So I figured people can laugh at me when they know the game. Like Merle was having a good laugh. Not Merle. Weewin was having a good laugh watching me not know how to skin a chicken. And I killed a chicken and didn't skin it. Or I was trying to do something. What the heck? I was trying to do something. I can't remember what it was. Something in the menu. Oh, I cooked some stuff. And I didn't realize that you had to pick it up. I thought that once you cooked it, it was just yours. Crap, man. I'm surrounded. It's day 3. And so what am I supposed to do? Retrieve the shipment. Be careful. We don't know what's in there. Okay, so is that where the shipment is, I guess? And so I didn't know I was supposed to pick stuff up, and so I cooked a bunch of stuff, and then it wasn't in the little cooking part of the menu. And so I was like freaking out that I thought that it like glitched out and took my stuff. And so Weewin was laughing at me not knowing that there's actually a section for the stuff that's already made. So it's like dumb things like that are making people laugh. What is that? Oh, crap. Oh, gross. Why is there tense music going on? What's with the tense music? Oh, I can use this. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, what do I not want? What do I not want? I want the egg. I want to cook the egg. I want to eat the egg. Hopsy, get out of here. The tension. I don't like the tension. I don't like the tension. I don't like the tension. What's with the tension? Play me some peaceful music, please. Miguel does not like this. He does not like the tension. He's just trying to do the mission. I have to trigger the mission, don't I? It's not gonna work unless I trigger it, right? That's what's gonna happen right now? That's what I need to do, is trigger the stupid mission for it to work? Crap. What? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? What's that noise? Miguel thinks this game does not have good spatial audio. I cannot tell where the sound is coming from. Oh, it's this guy. Don't break my door. I want to be okay out here. No, Pretzel. I had a file originally that I played, and I made it to day 2. And I had to stop playing that file because I updated to the experimental version of the game. And I updated to the experimental version because I want to do this in VR. And the only way to do that was to play with the experimental version. Whoa. Oh, lumberjack. Oh, God. Oh, God, there's more of you. Oh, there's a whole bunch of you. Oh, I'm done. I'm done for. I'm done for. Panic. I died. Holy crap, that was tense. That was really tense. Wow. Holy crap. It has an interesting learning curve. Yeah. The only reason I've even like obviously did not do well there. The only reason I've done even like half decently in this game is because I've played Green Hell, which if you play survival games, Green Hell is one of the more difficult ones because it has just so many things you have to take care of. Like it's not just warm, cold, hungry, thirsty. Like there's warm, cold, then like fats and carbs and proteins, and so like there's different layers of hunger. Not to mention like being dirty will actually cause you infection, so you have to be clean while you're eating, and like all these different layers. So it's not that it's made me good at this game, it's just it made me more aware of watching my own stats a little bit better. It's the only reason I've survived at all. But yeah, the fun is like that, where I didn't know where I was going. And Pretzel, yeah, so I wanted to play this game in VR, and so I had to get the experimental version to allow the VR patch to work, because the VR patch only works with the experimental version. It's a brand new VR patch, like it just came out. And I don't want to do VR yet because I don't know the game at all. I've only played it twice, and I still don't really know what I'm doing. So I don't want to do it in VR where I have to learn a whole set of controls that I don't understand on top of a game that I don't know. And so I figured I'd play it a few times without VR, and then I was going to play it in VR. But when I did the patch update, or like the experimental version, I couldn't access my old file because it was done with the older version of the game. And so I had to restart the file, which is the file we're playing in now. But then the VR patch had this weird glitch with the ladders, so I've had to go back and reinstall the game fresh, so this is where we are now. Oh, crap. Yeah, I only tried the VR patch for like 5 minutes. I think it was like 5 minutes. When it first came out. Hey, this reminds me of Subnautica. This looks like the glass that you use. And it worked fine. The only thing that I found really weird was the scaling was kind of weird for the body. The world felt fine, but my body was really, really tiny, and it felt like my head was like 2 feet above my shoulders. So I felt like I had really, really low body parts. That's the only part that I found really awkward about this. Oh crap, there's so many of them. Can I not? Okay, cool. Oh crap! Come here. Come here. Come on. Go. Oh man, you're all back, aren't you? All of you are back, aren't you? All the zombies I got rid of earlier are back. Go, 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 go. Okay. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Okay. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. But yeah, the VR patch is a little bit weird. Uh-oh. Just because of the scaling, but that's understandable, right? Like, they're not... Whoa! Get out of here! I just want my stuff back. I just want my stuff back. Okay. Down. Down. Get me down. Get me down. Oh, I'm about to die again. Oh, I died. I'm so dead. If I die, I lose everything. If I die, I lose everything. don't see my backpack at all. I didn't remember how to put everything in my backpack. I don't remember how I was supposed to put everything in my backpack. I just lost everything. That really sucks. That really sucks. I don't know what scum is. Hooded Sun? I don't know what scum is. R. Oh well, too late now. Too late now, it's all dead. Oh, it's all gone. All of it's gone. That really sucks. Damn. It's almost halfway to day 7. Actually, we're pretty much halfway to day 7 right now. Oh, damn. That's all for now. I'm good. How you doing? Irish, yes. It's sorry, I wasn't watching chat because I was panicking. Yes, good old 7 days to die, and it just showed me how I die without the 7 days. So that's always nice. that's always nice. Oh man, I'm in so much trouble now. I gotta collect everything again. And I haven't played this game in like a week, so I don't remember what the buttons are. I don't remember how to do anything. I've been playing a lot of Subnautica, which is completely different than this, so like, I am going in blank. Okay. No, wait, crafting. I want clothing. Oh man. Okay. Miguel puts on his shirt. He is no longer as sexy, but that's okay. He must try to survive somehow. No, those are feet. Feet. And a hat. Look at Miguel. He looks so sexy in his homemade outfit. Maybe the seams aren't that good and they rip. Who knows? Keep an eye out. You might see some butt cheek without expecting it. That's what I was in the middle of doing, Mr. FOV. That's how I died. No, JXP, I stopped playing it completely. Not on purpose, like it's not, I'm not intending to not play Elden Ring anymore. I just stopped playing it because about a month and a half ago my dad died, and so I wasn't in the right headspace to kind of play the game. So I just took a break because I got stuck in Elden Ring. I got to a point where I was... what was I doing? Like, I had beaten a bunch of bosses, and I got to an area with a boss, and the boss was killing me in one hit, and the boss was really hard to dodge. So it very quickly became frustrating. It wasn't fun for me. And then, with my dad having died, it just very much became one of those things where I was like, yeah, I'm already not having fun right now. I don't want to play a game that I'm not having fun with during a time that I'm not, you know, doing too good. So I decided to just walk away from it for a while, at least until I feel a little bit better. And so I'm starting to feel better. So I'm gonna get back to it, but I need to find time. My dad's funeral's up this weekend, so I'm still pretty busy right now on my time off. Dang it. But once I'm kind of done and you know, past all that stuff, I'm planning to level up on my own time, spend, you know, a couple of hours just grinding until I'm a bit stronger, and then head back to the game and start streaming it again. For the time being, it's just on the back burner is pretty much it. Thanks, JX. Thanks. We win. If I go over there, you will not give me clothes. You will take my clothes. I know your tricks. I know how you work. I will not fall for it an 8th time. 7 times, shame on me. 8 times, shame on me again, because I'll probably go over an 8th time. Ooh, pasta. You doing it with tomato sauce, or are you doing like an Alfredo? What kind of sauce are you doing? Okay. All right, we've got an axe. No tricks. That's what you said last time. And the time before that too. And the time before that. Every time you say no tricks. Okay. This is so not a good situation for me. We are on day 3. I may not do any... we got 3 days. I don't know. I feel like I need to shore up a base so I have somewhere to stay safe for day 7, but I'm worried that by doing that, I'm going to waste a bunch of time when I could be leveling up to get better equipment so I can survive. Do you know what I mean? Pesto, creamy spinach. Oh man, that sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. Just give me metal, 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 metal. Metal, 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 metal. Man, I just found a grill too in that place. That really sucks. That really, really sucks. Yeah, you don't want to think that the zombies attacking me are actually attacking you. Whoa. Or vice versa. You don't want to think that that I'm the one being attacked when you're the one that's being killed. Your husband would not be too happy if he's screaming for help and you're too busy listening to me. Okay. Is there a way to, like, upgrade my door? Wish there was a way to, like, upgrade my door. Oh, you know what the problem's gonna be? I'm gonna run out of food before I do anything. I should probably go hunt for food. I think that's what I was doing before, is hunting for food. Miguel was hunting for food when he got killed looking for food. For those who don't understand what's going on with the whole Miguel thing that I keep referencing, this is Miguel. Oh, you can't see him on TikTok. Can't see him on TikTok. Damn, you're all missing out on the beauty that is Miguel. Okay, move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. This is Miguel. And if you look, he's very stereotypical Latino. So I did my Latino voice. I'm Latino, so it's not racist what I'm doing. And I just felt like this is what he would talk like. And so I started doing the Miguel voice while I was streaming. And I gave him like this overconfident attitude. And it just kind of stuck. So now everything that I do is Miguel. Miguel's doing it every time. It's not me failing. It's not me dying all the time. It's me. Oh my god. It's a horde. Holy. Miguel tried not to swear because he is trying to be attractive. A gentleman who swears is not sexy. Miguel is the epitome of sexy, but holy crap, there is a lot of zombies. This is 7 days to die. Level up equipment and shelter. I don't know how to level up my shelter. That's the only thing I'm stuck on. I don't know how to do that part. But there are a bunch of zombies coming. We're on day 3. I thought the zombies came on day 7. This is... The game lied to me. With the on-screen video on. The game lied to me. It's not 7 days. It's 3 days to die. It's 3 days and 15 hours to die. Oh my god. Miguel needs food. I don't think this is working stiff tools. Is there tools in there for me to buy? For me to eat? I need water and I need food. And there's like a horde of zombies coming after me. This is not good. Okay. I don't see the zombies right now. Holy crap, that was really terrifying. This game, the zombies are so powerful in this game that it just takes a couple of seconds to get destroyed. 2 skeletons tell Miguel that he is probably not welcome here. He's probably not welcome to be stealing from here, but Miguel must steal all the time, I think. Oh, cheeky blinders or whatever that show is called. I've got the hats. Oh, whoa! Why are you shaking? No, thank you. I'm gonna regret that decision. All right, I'm gonna regret that decision of locking myself in here. I knew it. Oh, I so regret it. Oh, I so regret it. Nope. Nope. Listen to that music. He's got the hippie shakes. That is not how you dance salsa, my friend. Miguel will teach you, but you have to promise not to bite me. And I don't think you will keep that promise right now. I think you had a bit too much tequila, my friend. You need to ease up on the tequila. Some people cannot handle it. You do not have the hot Latin blood. You need to not try to keep up with us. That was kind of scary. That was kind of scary. I gotta tell you. Da 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 da. Tequila. Okay. I wish there was a hunger stat on screen at all times so I could see what my hunger's at without having to go into the menu. Okay, so I will bring tequila. I will bring tequila for Wewen and Merle. Why are there so many zombies everywhere I turn? There weren't this many zombies last time I played. I feel like the game saw my last playthrough and was like, you know what? He did kind of well last time. I'm not gonna let him do that well this time. It's not worth it. Nope, get out of here. I need the glue though. I need the glue for crap. There was something that I was gonna make with the glue and I don't remember what it is anymore. There's a farm. Is there food in this farm? It's a farm. There's gotta be food in the farm. It's a farm. Damn it. You love that I just say random stuff all the time? He's dead corn. Is that corn zombie? It's giving me something. I don't know what it is though. I still love that the nest makes the weirdest sound. These are like lumberjack birds in this town. You break a little bird nest and it sounds like smashing a window. Not a window, smashing a fence post. Mason Farms has 3 red skulls. Is that 3 red skulls of like 3 rednecks that'll be very, very mad if I take their corn? Or is that 3 red skulls like 3 zombie rednecks that are gonna be really, really mad if I take their corn? These questions matter. It could be the meaning between life and death. Both lead to death, but still. Oh, there's stuff in here. Uh-oh. I hear something. Oh, I hear them. I hear them. Lightning screams. Hello, welcome, welcome. How are you? How are things? Okay, let's take a second here. I gotta build weapons. I don't have any weapons. It's probably really stupid of me to be running around without weapons. I should probably do a primitive bow, but I don't have a primitive bow right now. Arrow, crossbow, stone, sledgehammer. Holy crap. Ooh, stone spear. Maybe the spear will do a bit more damage than the club would? I don't know. I don't know. Definitely gonna do a bow though. I hear them. I hear them. There's so many of them. Look at them. Look at how many there are. This is really, really like it's not a comfortable feeling. It really is not a comfortable feeling. I'm slowly running out of food. Oh, the green corn. Oh, look, he's not dead. I kill you. I got some corn. Yeah, we can have some popcorn tonight. I'm bringing the tequila. I'm bringing the popcorn. Wewen and Merle, you have no idea how romantic this night will be. Don't worry, everybody. We and Merle are not the only ones invited. Everybody could come and have a romantic night with Miguel. We will cuddle. We will throw popcorn. Gently, not at each other's eyes because that could be very painful. Oh my god, don't even bring up day 7, man. Don't even bring up day 7. I can barely handle day 3. I can't even handle day 3. Oh, man. Oh, but you don't have to prepare for work. That means you can stay up late with me. We will stay up late being all romantic. Oh, crap. Oh, it again. The very robust bird's nests always catch you off guard. I have yet to find food, though. Drain from your ticks, or you having an especially bad tick day today? You gotta do some cleaning? Don't clean until I'm there, because we will just make a mess. We have to have pillow fights and throw popcorn. You don't want to have to clean twice. It's not worth it. Only clean one time. Oh, a gas can. I don't know what that's going to be useful for, but we'll take it. I'm gonna bring 2 toys. I'll bring some 2 toys. Your neighbors are sitting there and all they hear is those people are really kinky over there. Okay, well I found some corn, so that's better than nothing, but I need some I need some mason jars or something so I can... Ooh, pumpkins! Give me the pumpkins. I need some kind of jar to boil some water, because that's another big concern, is running out of water. Yeah, I can imagine, Lightning. I can imagine. Okay. You don't get the hype. I've never had that kind of cheese. Holy crap, what the hell are those things? Oh god. Are those like zombie dogs or something? Or buffaloes? Or... That is not something I wanted to experience. Okay, we need to find another place I can rummage for food. I need some water. Miguel is starting to get thirsty. Oh, it's a pig. I thought it was a big dog. He just wants to play tag. He wants to play kissing tag. He wants to give me kisses. But I've not brushed my teeth this morning. Miguel has stinky breath. You don't want to kiss me, trust me. Merle, I'm lying. We win, don't worry. I did brush my teeth. I'm just telling them that because I don't want to kiss them. Just give it a pet. You have to go like this. Then it won't bite you. Okay. See, and in Canada, like, we have a bunch of cheese. You have access to a bunch of cheese, but like the really fancy cheeses, you don't get very often here. Mainly because they're like being shipped in from Europe and stuff, right? Like, cheese isn't a huge thing in like Canadian cuisine, except for poutine, obviously, or poutine. Sorry, I gotta say it properly. But it's not exactly, you know, an important part of our meals here. So it's not super popular, I guess you would say. So if you want, ooh, charred meat. What does that mean? Am I just gonna eat meat that I found in an abandoned, ruined house? And so, like, if you want nice cheeses, you're gonna get them, but they're gonna be in specialty stores, and it's always super expensive. So, like, there's not a lot of cheeses that I've actually tried. I love cheese, though. Love, love, love cheese. Okay. I feel like my frame rate is slightly low. I might have the graphics just a bit too high. Feels like my frame rate's kind of low. Maybe I'll bring it. Damn it. For some reason I can't get... My escape button doesn't work. That's really weird. Is this somebody else's house? This is somebody else's house. You've been craving poutine? Yeah, I haven't had good poutine in a while. I've had, like, you know, Burger King poutine or whatever, which is not really poutine if you really think about it. But definitely, I used to, like, Alana really likes poutine, and she used to make it on a regular basis. We just haven't had some in a while. But it's so good. There used to be this pub. I only went there a couple of times, and they did it with, like, proper curds and everything. It wasn't just, you know how a lot of places just end up doing mozzarella cheese? This place did it with proper curds, and oh man, their poutine was the best. It was so good. So, so good. I'm gonna... Why can't I... This is really weird that my escape button isn't working. Of all buttons, escape isn't working. That's so weird. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, so I switched that button to this button, that's why. Okay, I'm gonna try turning it down to 1080p. And see if that just... Actually, dynamic on. 30 frames is the minimum. Maybe that'll help. Maybe just keep it a little bit smoother, I guess. What? Like, is Merle a name? Like a common name? Oh, I'm still... Whoa, man. What if I turn off the blur? Maybe I'll turn off the blur. Maybe that'll help. So it's your nickname. Okay. I was just asking because you said you've been eating Merle's summertime sandwiches. So I was like, okay, so is Merle like a name in this place that you're talking about, or the summertime sandwiches you're talking about is like, you know, like saying like Luis's summertime sandwiches. Okay, okay, okay. The sandwiches you make. Oh, I get it now. I get it now. Okay. Man, why do you have to live on the other side of the planet? I could go for a really good sandwich. I would not mind a very good sandwich. I like sandwiches a lot. Okay, maybe I went a little bit overboard. Maybe I went a little bit overboard with my settings. Okay, and then I do want a bit more of a field of view. And turned off depth of field. Do I need depth of field? Nah, go without depth of field. Okay, is that better? That feels better. That feels nicer. I probably couldn't say it. I probably couldn't say your first name. That's the thing, like, there are some... We get some, like, proper European names here. But even then, most people end up saying it in, like, what's it called? An Anglophone way? Like, they say it with, like, the American accent. It's like me, right? Like, my name... It's a very, very, very fine difference between the American way of saying my name and the proper way to say my name. And a lot of people don't actually hear the difference. But I'm sure it's the same thing with European names, that there are names out there that I would have no way of knowing how to say. Okay, we win. Good luck. You know how native English speakers butcher your name? Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. What's my favorite sandwich? I don't really have a specific favorite sandwich. It's more of like what mood I'm in. Some days I want something that has like a lot of different types of meat. Some days I want something that's very like vegetable filled. It just kind of depends on what I'm looking for. Sometimes I want a hot sandwich. Sometimes I want a cold sandwich. The one that almost nobody ever agrees with me on, because I really like this type of meat, and a lot of people make fun of it. A lot of people hate it. It's kind of like the pineapple on pizza type thing. Do you know the ham that has like noodles in it and cheese in it? I like that ham. Okay, so I haven't found a single place that is not full of skulls for me to not be able to investigate. Dang it, lady. I'm just trying to go home. Ouch. Oh, I cut your head off. Cut your head off. Dang. She was hot. That's why Miguel had to take her out. He will not compete with such hotness. He looked at that and was like, oh my god, she is almost as hot as Merle. That cannot be. There can only be like 8 or 9 hot people on this planet. You are not one of them. The macaroni loaf, yeah, that's the one. Every time I tell people that, they're like, really? I was like, yeah, man. I like it. But yeah, I like all different types of sandwiches. Sometimes I even want to go with like super fancy bread, and sometimes just like the regular like sliced bread. It kind of depends on what mood I'm in. But I haven't really had sandwiches in a while. I made a sandwich a few weeks back, but Alana doesn't like mustard, so she doesn't keep an eye out if we have mustard or not. And when I made the sandwich, we didn't have mustard. It wasn't a very good sandwich. I'm not a huge mustard fan, but on sandwiches, I do like mustard. And I was just like, man, this sandwich just is missing stuff. You know, I ended up doing, it had cucumber, Black Forest ham. What the heck was that? Oh. Salami, lettuce. What else did it have? Pickles. I can't remember what else it had. Ooh, we got a jar. Okay. Cool. You know what I wish we could do in this game? Build things like, here's a river so I could have some water so I never have to travel for water. Like you can do in Minecraft. Why can't this game be like Minecraft, huh? This game should be like Minecraft. Oh my god. He's just like sitting there. Reuben sandwiches are nice. I haven't had them very often, but they are nice. Yeah, it kind of just depends on what I'm in the mood for, you know? Sometimes I'll even do something like really... Whoa. I have suffered a deep laceration. I'm going to bleed to death. The worst part of it all is I am pretty sure that I dropped... Oh, I'm dying. Oh, okay. Whew. Okay, where's my bed? I'm pretty sure that I had sewing wire or sewing thread earlier. I could have probably tied up that laceration. Oh god, this is not good. Right? It's because my character is hungry, so we have to talk about food. From Pizza Place, it's a turkey sub. It has Swiss or mozzarella, lettuce, tomato, mayo, honey mustard. That sounds yummy. If I want Minecraft, why not play Minecraft? Because I play Minecraft on the channel. I'm playing this today. I'm just saying I would like to be able to build my own water location. I don't have any way to heal. We got glue. Let's glue our laceration shut. That should help it. This is really not good. This is really not good. Okay, where's my bed? I am in so much trouble. My old backpack's over there with nothing in it. Oh man, wouldn't that be great? Wait. No, go back. Go back. can't I put it there? I don't understand. Don't understand. Oh, man. My dad used to make sandwiches, and then we'd go on vacation. Nice. My dad was a big sandwich maker. That's what I was in the middle of saying. I sometimes make sandwiches that aren't necessarily the most exciting sandwiches. But like I'll do things like if we have like a barbecue and I have some leftover steak, I end up actually like taking my leftover steak and putting that into a sandwich. And it doesn't have to have anything in it. Like I could literally just do like a slice of tomato, some mayonnaise, mustard, and then the steak on a piece of bread. I've even done that. This one's weird. I don't consider it a sandwich, but it's got the materials for a sandwich. If I make mashed potatoes and I'm up for the middle of the night, like just to get a snack, sometimes I'll just take like a piece of bread and just put a bunch of mashed potatoes on and just eat it. It's so good. Love mashed potatoes. Yeah, I'm a big fan of sandwiches. I love sandwiches. I could just keep upgrading stuff. What? Yeah, I'm Canadian. We had our Canada Day a couple of days ago. I didn't do anything though. I had to work. I had to work. So life for me is just work. But man, The Dark, nice to see you. How are you? I haven't been part of a potluck in forever. Although right now I'm kind of paranoid because of everything that's happened in the world. So like I'm not super open to eating other people's food right now. The paranoia has gotten to me. Oh man, this is not good. This is not good. My water's not bad. My water is not bad, but I don't think I can do anything to heal myself. This is not good. Ooh, what? Cool. Okay. Yeah, I need cloth fragments. I've got no cloth fragments. I am in a little bit of trouble here. Ooh, I could build stuff like this and put it outside the house to help. Huh. Huh. Yeah, Canada Day is our Independence Day. Oh, big stretch. It's our Independence Day, but it's not like really independence because we're part of a Commonwealth, so we're still part of the British Empire. The king is still our king. We just, well, there are some diehard Canadians that like fully still, they're very much like how the UK is, where like the king is like the ultimate. But a good chunk of Canadians, I think the last survey said something like 60% of Canadians are kind of like, eh, whatever. We don't care either way. There's a decent chunk that's like, let's just get rid of them. But most of us are kind of like, whatever, you know? I acknowledge the queen because she was all over my money. That's pretty much as far as I went. I never understood, like, I'd go to old people's houses that I would take care of, and they would always have, like, a picture of the queen in their house. Or, like, they'd have, like, a certificate that the queen... It wasn't really a queen, obviously. It was part of the office. Probably just came from Canada itself. And then, like, stamped and not actually signed. Of, like, the queen celebrating their 50th anniversary together and stuff like that. And I never understood, like, what the big deal was. But yeah, we're still part of the Commonwealth, so it's not exactly independence, but... Shut up, Siri. It's not exactly independence, but we're still our own country. We set our own rules and everything. We just have the moniker of being part of the Commonwealth. What does the bone knife do? I'm assuming the bone knife is to, like... It's probably to, like, be able to, gut chickens and stuff, I'm guessing. Guessing the sledgehammer will get me more stuff. I'll do it. Yeah, pretty much, Brian. We didn't have to fight a war. We just have to basically say, yeah, you're still our king and queen, but we're gonna do what we want. It's kind of like siblings, you know? You got the one sibling who's super rebellious and causes a bunch of trouble through all their teenage life, and then eventually they just like leave. And then there's the other sibling that doesn't really cause problems, and the family is still kind of like, yeah, you still have to follow our rules, but here's a little bit of freedom for you. It's kind of like that. we're kind of like that. The States was kind of like, no, Mom, I hate you. I'm doing what I want. Whereas like Canada was more like, yes, Mom. And Mom's like, all right, you can do what you want. You decided to play some San Andreas. I was playing San Andreas on my tablet. That's a really fun game. That's a really, really fun game. I wish I could sleep. Okay, well, maybe I can eat. How do I... Deep laceration, but... With a first aid kit or a sewing kit. I don't even have a bandage. I got nothing. I'm not prepared for any of this. Okay. I guess... What's my health at? Like, what's my... Alright, my water is kind of low and so is my food. So I guess... Oh! Vitamins. That doesn't help me, I don't think. Can I eat this raw? I can cook this, right? No, I don't have a grill thing. Or Miguel is feeling rowdy. He wants to fight you. But first, Miguel is gonna cook a little bit of corn. Miguel he's just gonna cook a little corn. Miguel needs the corn. Hello, everybody. Miguel cooking some corn. Don't you know Miguel is cooking some corn? I don't have the required tools. Miguel will not be able to cook. Can I eat this thing, I guess? I guess I can. I don't know. Will this kill me? Let's find out. I mean, it's healing me. That's good. Okay. Well, my food is up to 76. My water's still really friggin' low. Wait a minute. I drank my beer and I didn't get to keep the glass container with it? What kind of shenanigans are these? What kind of shenanigans are these? I got this. A sewing kit. I can heal my wounds. My deep laceration wounds. I can heal them. Oh my god, Miguel has some stuff already. Miguel did think ahead. Miguel is smart. Oh my god, is Miguel ever smart. Look at this. Look at all these things I got already. I got 12 bullets for some reason. I don't exactly know why, but I do have them. I don't have a way to cook though. That's what we were looking for in the last run. We were looking for a thing to grill with. That's what it was. Wait, no, don't throw it. Sew me up, Scotty. Ha! Notifications. Notifications. Let's have a talk. Let's have a little bit of a talk. Just you and me. You're... Off the top, your joke isn't very funny. And I'm not saying that like I'm offended by it. It's just, you can put a little bit more effort into the prank. So my advice to you is be a little bit more creative. Somebody else came in and they did something like they came in and said I was echoing, and I wasn't. And that was a good prank. That was a good way to get me, because I can't tell if I'm echoing or not. But if you're gonna come in and tell me that I'm gonna get banned, maybe spell band right. Because that band is like a music band. That's not like you're gonna get banned from going live. So I can tell you're probably like 12 years old. I get it. I used to do like prank calls and stuff when I was young. That was a long time ago. Prank calls aren't a thing anymore. But like, be a little bit more creative. I get that message at least once a stream. Like, you're not the first, second, third, fourth, or even fifth person to do it. You gotta try a little bit harder. You know? Be a little more creative. You can do better. But at least spell check before you send the message. When I was a kid, making a spelling mistake made sense because I wrote it on a piece of paper and nobody could tell me it was wrong. You're holding a phone in your hand and it highlights when you write something wrong. So like, it really takes a stupid person to try to do a practical joke and then misspell it. So like, spell check. I mean, I wouldn't believe you anyway because there's like, you know, every day somebody else has done it. So it's not even creative, but like at least if it's spelt right, there's a chance I might believe it. But if it's spelt wrong, like I get TikTok is a Chinese company, but like there's an American branch, so they would spell it right. Just a piece of advice. Hopefully the prank works somewhere else. Good luck though. Oh man. Oh, Merle, it was on TikTok. There's this dumb prank that like 12-year-old children who have nothing better to do pop into streams. They change their name to like TikTok notification system or notification. Notification's not a good name anyway, because like it wouldn't just say notifications as your thing. That would pop up on my screen. It wouldn't pop up in my chat. But like it'll be like, you know, TikTok dev team or whatever it'll say. And then they usually say something like your account is going to be banned in 5 minutes. Or you have broken the rules, you're about to be permanently banned in 5 minutes. Something stupid like that. It's not a creative prank. And notifications came in with their name notifications, which again, it wouldn't say that in the chat, but whatever. And then it says, warning, permanent banned, like music banned, will ensue if live video does not end in 5 minutes. It's like a really, really sad level of attempt because they misspelt banned. Like they couldn't even spell banned, which just says a lot. And when you're gonna get banned, they just banned you. They don't, like they ban you. They banned you. They don't give you a warning that in 5 minutes they're gonna ban you unless you end the stream yourself. Like it's not even a good attempt. At least the one from last time that said I was echoing, at least that made me go, oh my god, am I echoing? But like, that wasn't even a good one. It was embarrassingly bad. That was embarrassingly bad, dude. Okay. Still need water. Yeah, they wrote ensue right, but they spelt banned wrong. Like, yeah, exactly, Merle. Exactly. Oh man. But like it wasn't even a good prank. I've had plenty of decent pranks come through the channel, and like sometimes it's like, okay, that's not bad. Usually it's pretty pathetic because it's like these kids hear a joke and then they go and tell the exact same joke in the exact same room. Do you know what I mean? Like if I were to go like, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side, and then everybody laughs, and then the kid walks in right after I've said that and goes, yeah guys, that was so funny. Hey, guess why the chicken crossed the road? To get to cross the other side. Like, you didn't tell the joke right, and you just literally told the joke that I told, but butchered it. That's what these kids do. It's pretty, like, it's embarrassing. It's pretty bad. I don't understand why they can't even come up with like an original joke. I hear a snake. Or is it just a zombie hissing at me? I've only played on 360, played a little bit Android Apple version, the GTA San Andreas. Yeah, the Apple and Android version, apparently it's not great. I never played the original versions. But apparently the Apple and like the mobile version, ew. Old sham sandwich. Hey Brian, hey Merle, I bet you're jealous. I bet you're jealous. Where's my button? Of this fancy old sham sandwich. Oh, it's gonna bring my health down though. 12% chance of dysentery. What, I can get dysentery from this stuff? I didn't know that. Bet you're jealous though. It's a fancy sandwich. It's a fancy sandwich. Anyways, The Dark. I've never played the original one. I know that I'm thirsty. I'm trying to find a jar. Hey. Hey. Hi, dear. Dude, why did it take you forever to pull out another arrow? Come here, dear. It jumped. That was the weirdest jump I've ever seen. Ah, oh, dang it. No, I don't want... Oh, man. Get out of here, nurse. Yes. Okay. All right, dear. I mean, all right, nurse. Stop it. I've got no stamina. I'm tired and I'm thirsty, okay? Come on, 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 come on. Holy crap, nurse. Nurse Ratchet, stop it. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not going to survive long enough for this. No! You infected my... 3, 2, 1, dead. Holy crap. I feel like I need to restart my file. This is so bad. Oh my god. Should I restart a new file or should I just keep going? What should I do? I feel like I'm like completely screwed right now. Oh man. Man, oh man. Oops. At least I can get this thing back. Oh wait, these are broken, right? Can I repair it somehow? I am very disappointed in myself. That's true. But still, okay. It's a learning experience, right? It's a learning situation where I'm trying to figure out what to do. It's a learning experience. We're still going to be Miguel. Miguel TUES. Oh, no, wait. Miguel. Whoa. Miguel 2 is the file name. 7 days. Oh, cool. I can even choose this stuff. That's awesome. I'm just going to leave it at defaults. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. Should I want to keep playing normal because I don't want to make it too easy for myself. Do you know what I mean? I like the challenge. I just feel like I made mistake after mistake after mistake. And it feels like that seed was just not helpful for me. The first one was really helpful. The first one was great. This one really kicked my ass. Android Apple version was to help a friend with one mission. Also 360 version is backwards compatible. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I only ever played the Android version because I don't mind Grand Theft Auto, but I'm not a huge fan. I'm not against it. There's nothing like... It's not like, oh, I don't like the violence. I'm against the killing of prostitutes or something in the game. I don't know. It's just never been super interesting to me. But then they had this sale, this rare sale on iOS where they were selling the whole Rockstar pack for like $20, 15 or $20. And I was looking for video ideas. I was looking for video ideas because I like doing like the in-depth videos for my channel, but it takes a lot of research to do those. So I was looking up different ideas, and then I was like, you know, maybe if I watch some other videos doing what I'm trying to do, maybe I'll get some inspiration. And so like I watched the history of Duke Nukem, and then I watched the history of Doom, and then I was like, what other series are out there that I don't really know that I would like to learn about? And I was like, you know what, Grand Theft Auto. And so I watched it, and they talked about the first and second Grand Theft Auto, which I do find really interesting. And then they got into the third Grand Theft Auto, and they were going about how it was revolutionary and all this stuff. And I was like, well, I don't want the story spoiled. So when I saw that sale, I was like, I'll get it and I'll play it myself. Started playing Grand Theft Auto 3. I found it insanely boring. I know for the time it was obviously a big deal. Open world, you can steal any car you see. Like that was a pretty big deal back then. I remember how exciting that was. But like the story doesn't really go anywhere. It's just like, hey, you gotta go kill this guy for me, okay? And that was it. Like there's no backstory of who you are or anything. Like there's not really any line that connects it. So I wasn't a huge fan. Then I looked at, because the pack brought Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, the other one. Do I have, can I see it on here? Let me look it up real quick. I want to finish this story so I can actually like pay attention to what I'm doing in the game. App Store. Yeah. Purchases. So the Rockstar bundle on iOS came with Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, Grand Theft Auto 3, Max Payne, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, and Bully. For like $15 to get all those games. That's a pretty friggin' sweet deal. So I was looking between Liberty City and San Andreas and Vice City, those three, but I didn't know what order they came in. And I knew that everybody loved San Andreas. So I was like, you know what, I'll do San Andreas. So I started playing that. And I really got into it. I've got a controller and everything for my tablet. I really got into it. I was playing it for quite a bit. And then that's when I was looking for, I had been playing Final Fantasy VIII at the same time. I beat Final Fantasy VIII. I was looking for an RPG to play because I really love RPGs. They're like one of my favorite types of games. And so then I saw Divinity Original Sin. And I was like, you know what? I'll get that. That's like, I had bought that a long time ago and I tried playing it. It was so hard. I couldn't get into it. And the reason I bought it was because Alana and I used to be on a family plan. Like we were in a family group on our phones and stuff. And so I was like, we can both play that game. It's co-op. We can play it together. She had zero interest in it. So it was a waste of money for me. And I couldn't get into it because it was so hard. And so as I was playing San Andreas, I beat Final Fantasy and I was like, I'm going to sit through Divinity. I'm going to force myself to play it for a couple of hours to see if I can get past the prologue. And if I get past the prologue, maybe I'll enjoy it. And so I played past the prologue and then I got totally hooked. And then I stopped playing San Andreas. But I liked San Andreas because it actually had a story. Like there was characters that had development and there was like a bond between them. Whereas Grand Theft Auto 3, you just felt like this random silent protagonist that, although, yeah, we're trying to get revenge on the person who got us arrested, you never feel like you're actually doing anything. And so I didn't like it. So I never really got into Grand Theft Auto. Like I said, I bought the bundle because I was watching those videos and I was like, I want to play them. But I love Max Payne and I remember playing Bully and really liking Bully. So I was like, well, it's a good deal. Bully costs $23. This whole set costs less than that does. So I got the whole set. But from everything I've heard, the mobile version is not as good as the original. And then the whole remaster is based on the mobile version. So like nobody likes the remaster. But I think it's pretty fun. I still haven't done Vice City or anything. I do need to check those out. I just haven't spent a lot of time with it. Yeah, GTA it's the same as any other game, right? Like most survival games are very similar to this, but each one has their own slight differences. I will say Grand Theft Auto 5, I loved Grand Theft Auto 5, but that was very heavy story, or story heavy. That was very story heavy. There's Latino in me, reverse. And that's what drove me to play the game, because I was loving the story. I didn't really care about exploring the town or like stealing stuff. I've never played online because I have no interest in the whole role-playing thing that they do online. I don't like griefing or being griefed. So like Grand Theft Auto, outside of the main story, I have zero interest in it. But Grand Theft Auto 5 had a very, very intricate story, and the characters were very well written and portrayed. I loved them. Grand Theft Auto 4, I know, had a very decent story. It was very well respected when it first came out, but I bought it on PC and it was so broken when I got it, and my PC was nowhere near as powerful. So I need to go back and play Grand Theft Auto 4. But Grand Theft Auto 5 is great. I'm really excited for whenever Grand Theft Auto 6 happens, because we all know it's going to happen. I'm really excited for Grand Theft Auto 6, and so I'm looking forward to see what they do with that, 100%. They have jog, run, and sprinting. You can only put one down, make it a little bit easier. I'll give it a shot this way one more time, we win. If I get my ass kicked, then I will turn some stuff down. My ego, my machismo, my old millennial who plays video games is trying to keep up with the youngins is forcing me not to want to do it. But I will concede if I get my butt kicked one more time. I mean, obviously I'm gonna die in this game, but like if I get my butt kicked to the point where like I've made zero progress, then I'll step back. I'll definitely step back. Grand Theft Auto is your introduction. My introduction was the original Grand Theft Auto 1, top-down 16-bit style graphics. That was me. That was my introduction. I liked it though. It was fun. I didn't understand what I was doing. I didn't back then. I didn't really read the story. My ADHD. I didn't really read the story in the games. I just played, and so I didn't really know what was going on. But I do remember my friend had it and he loved it, and I thought it was really cool that you could like. Okay, punch grass, stones, brushes. Okay, give me my thing back. And so like I played it and I thought it was really cool. I rented Grand Theft Auto 2 and I thought it was like the same thing and it was kind of cool. And then Grand Theft Auto 3 came out. Now I never bought Grand Theft Auto 3. It was during the time that I was really into. This is when like LimeWire was really popular and it was Kazaa at the time, and LimeWire, but it wasn't really LimeWire. It was Kazaa and crap, I can't remember what the other one called. Napster. It was Napster. And so like downloading games and stuff was like really easy back then. And so I downloaded Grand Theft Auto, but my computer could barely run it. So I only played a little bit of Grand Theft Auto 3, never fully got into it. And then I just kind of stopped playing. And then, you know, Steam came out and all this stuff started happening in Steam. And so I started to download, buy games that way. And so I bought Grand Theft Auto 4 and I played quite a bit of it. Oops. No, stop it. Dang it, that's really frustrating. Hold the drag stat, the half stack, item at a time, between areas. Dang it. I didn't see the alert. I'm so sorry. Who was that? I didn't see the alert. Faulty Clips, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. How are you? How you doing? How are things? But thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing really well. You have walking on day and in the night they run. I think that's what mine's at right now, right? Anyways, I bought Grand Theft Auto 4 and I played quite a bit of it. It wasn't enough to like beat the story. I can barely remember what the story even was. I remember it was like it was a woman that was in charge, that was sending me on missions. And I really liked it, but it was really glitchy. It didn't run super well. And the problem I ran into is it was during a time that my computer died. And so I had to reinstall everything. And at the time, Steam didn't really do a lot of cloud saves, and Grand Theft Auto didn't have cloud saves at the time. And so I had to restart the game. And so I just stopped playing it and I never went back. Never ever went back. You got a crazy Minecraft world you want to work on? Still waiting for me to... like I said, I don't know when I'll be doing it. If I ever buy a realm, I'll definitely consider doing it. I just haven't yet because my schedule is just so crazy right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not spending a lot of time playing one particular game. But yeah, I'll definitely let you know if I end up playing with people. You know? I'll see what I do. I'll see what I do. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out, though. I really liked Roman. I thought Roman was annoying and hilarious because he was so annoying. I wasn't paying attention to specific stuff. Yeah, Faulty Clips. The only reason I I haven't done anything is just like I said, I don't one, I have social anxiety. I struggle a lot with socializing with people. Like you can ask Weewin. Weewin is somebody that I talk to in private, and like even her and I barely talk. Or like Girl Thulu is another streamer. She might be lurking. She lurks. She's like a ghost. She just shows up and doesn't say anything. She's like a scary ghost. Ooh, I'm Girl Thulu the ghost. Ooh. She's gonna slap me if she ever meets me. And she's like one of my best friends in the whole world. And we'll go days without talking. I will look on my phone right now. I'm not gonna show you the messages because I don't want you seeing how I like profess my love to her and she doesn't respond. No, I'm kidding. But privacy, I'm not gonna show you a message. But the last time her and I spoke to each other was June 24th, which was what? Like, I want to say 12 days ago, 10 days ago, something like that. I don't know the math. And then there's like 8 messages from me and no response from her. And then there's times where she responds and then I just don't respond. Although usually I respond right away because like I'm always watching YouTube. So I always see the messages right away and my anxiety makes me answer right away. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is I don't really play with people online. Mr. FOV. Mr. FOV is somebody, I don't know if he's watching anymore. He's somebody that I'm friends with and we talk privately. And you can ask him the last time I played with him. I think the last time him and I played together was a VR game called Survive that he bought for me so we could play together. He specifically bought it so we would play together. And we played like 2, maybe 3 times together like 5 years ago. I don't really play with people ever. So it's really, really hard for me to do private games at all. That's why, like, if I was going to do anything, it would be through a realm. I really, really don't play with anybody. Even this game, Weewin owns this game. She's actively playing this game right now, and I'm not playing with her right now. Not that I don't want to play with Weewin, it's just I don't play with people very often. Like, I really don't play with people very often. Yeah, Hooded Sun. Almost exclusively I play with my brother. I've done group events where I've played with other streamers. Playing with another streamer is a little bit different for me because at least we're all content creating. It's a little bit, you know, that almost relieves the pressure a little bit. Like, uh-oh. Like if we're all playing, but we're all streaming it at the same time. Uh-oh. I'm already gonna die. This is ridiculous. I'm just starting out. It's a little bit more relaxing when we're all like streaming it or whatever, because that means we're all distracted. And so it makes it a little bit easier because it's, how can I explain it? Okay, I do theater, right? And I haven't done it in a while, but I normally do theater. And that'll be me in a room with, you know, 15, 20 people. And we're rehearsing and we're joking and we're doing stuff. We'll even go out for drinks and stuff, but there's like a goal in mind. And so I'm not feeling as stressed out during that goal because we're all doing something else. It's not about just hanging out and me having to mask the whole time because we're doing something. So even if my mask slips, nobody's going to notice because we're all in the middle of doing something. So it's kind of the same with gameplay. If we're all playing together, but we're streaming, it's a little bit less stressful for me because we're all streaming. And so we're all doing something to keep us busy. That helps. Playing with my brother's a little bit different because obviously him and I talk on a regular basis and like we know each other, so I can unmask in front of him and it's not a big deal. But I definitely struggle playing with people. I rarely play with anybody, ever. Open. And it's just, I don't know, it's a weird quirk I've got. I really struggle. Even Girl Thulu, her and I are good friends, like I said. And I think we haven't played online together in at least a couple of years. I think the last thing we played together was Back 4 Blood when it first launched. When they had the beta going on, that's the last thing her and I played together, was Back 4 Blood. Because I don't play with people, and Girl Thulu is one of my best friends. And we've talked about playing this together, and even that we haven't done. Mind you, our schedules kind of suck. We don't really have time to do things together right now. But like I don't play with people. And it's not like I don't like people or anything. It's just I struggle a lot with that part of the anxiety. That part's really, really hard for me to do. Okay, so last time we didn't spawn by this house. We spawned by this house this time, so that's good. I feel like I need to block this area off. This room doesn't feel like it's going to be necessary, so... Can I make sure there's nothing in here? Was a while ago. Faulty clips, it's not as simple as just somebody being a content creator. It's got to be a content creator that, one, I have something in common with, two, that they're around my same age. I'm going to assume you're quite a bit younger than me. There is just too much that can happen with somebody who is too young. You know, there are too many variables, there are too many things that could happen, and it's just... Don't take this the wrong way, but it's just really weird for an adult to be playing with a kid that they're not, you know, friends with, if that makes sense. Like, not friends with, but like, you know, I play with my daughter because she's my daughter, or I'd play with like my nephew because he's my nephew. Or like, let's say Girl Thulu were to have a family and her and I were playing together and then her kid played with us. Like, that would be different, but like just a random kid, even if they're a content creator, is just, it's not a good look. It's really not. Like, a realm would be a little bit different because it's more of an open space for people to play together, but even then it's kind of finicky. Like, I'd end up having to put rules in for who could join and how it would be joined and stuff. Like, there's a lot of yeah, like we're twice your age. 18, like you're an adult, quote unquote, but like scientifically, but even just culturally, people don't really mature until like after 25. It's still, you know, it's still not the best. And again, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I'm trying to say it in a way that doesn't sound like I'm making fun of you or that I'm putting you down in any way, so please don't take it this way. But as a content creator, a piece of advice, it's not a good look when you're begging a creator to play with you. And I'm not saying that you're doing it in like a negative way. I don't think you're trying to do something bad at all, like that you're trying to be negative in any way. But it first comes off like you're trying to use me to grow. Which obviously I don't have a lot of concurrent viewers, so I'm not going to be a lot of help anyway. And it doesn't take into effect that like we don't know if we have anything in common, right? So like playing together would just be really awkward for me, like very, very awkward for me, because we don't know each other, and I don't know anything about you, and like I don't know if we have anything in common. It would just be really uncomfortable for me. So like I said, if I were to do anything, it would be like a realm or something. I have a really hard time playing with people, and I've been put in situations that were not good situations by younger creators. They didn't do anything to me, but I got sucked into their problems. I've talked about this before. I don't know if you've been around when I've talked about this. But like I had a mod who used to hang out at my channel. He was a nice kid. He was 16. I was, oh God. I want to say I was probably about 27, 28 years old. So I was about 10 years older than him. He was a mod. Him and I never really talked in private unless like he had a question mod related where he'd be like, you know, hey, do I ban this person for this or whatever? But I had a mod channel. We would all talk on there. We never talked privately. But he started to get feelings for one of my other mods who was a girl, and she was around his age, and she was not interested in him. And she made it very clear she wasn't interested in him, but her problem, one part wasn't her problem, one part was totally out of her control, but it was something that she would have to deal with, is that she was a very pretty young girl. And she was very flirtatious. That was her problem. She was very flirtatious. And so she would flirt with the guy, and she would flirt with pretty much anybody. And so the problem was she would flirt, and he couldn't understand that they weren't real flirtatious things. And so he got feelings for her. And then when she turned him down, he never really accepted that she had turned him down. He saw it as a, like, I'm in the friend zone, I need to get out of the friend zone, instead of like, she's not interested in you, dude. And then she got a boyfriend. And the boyfriend lived in the States, she lived in England. Was it England? No, she was in Scotland, I want to say. I think she was in Scotland. She got a boyfriend who was in the States, and this kid that liked her was in the States. And he couldn't handle that. And so he started attacking her and attacking anybody who would flirt with her. And it got really uncomfortable really quickly. I wasn't involved in any of this. I didn't know any of this was going on because this was all happening in private. And then once it all blew up, he started to attack her publicly. And they were my mods, and we hung out with the same channels, and so everybody knew they were my mods. It was very, very, like, it was well known that these people were modding for me. And she very quickly got uncomfortable. She stopped hanging out at my channel, and she would go to other channels, and he would find her and start attacking her there. The problem, why I'm telling you all this, is because he was my mod, people treated it like it was my responsibility to control him, and he started attacking people in other people's channels. So they'd come to my channel and he would ban them. He'd go to other people's chats in other streams and start fighting with people, calling them names, you know, being insanely rude, like insanely rude. But because he was my mod, it was seen as if I was supporting him in doing all this. It very quickly started to affect my channel, and I'm not a fan of that. And so after that, I learned that I needed to stay away from younger people being involved in my channel, because all they did was make things worse for me. So I've got a bit of an unwritten rule where I will not really work with younger creators. And when I say no and you keep pushing, it very much brings me back to how this kid was, because he was the same way. He was very, very pushy about being my mod, which is how I let him be my mod in the first place. He was really nice. He never said or did anything rude to me until the very end. He was very, very, like, he wanted to be friends, and he was really pushy when I would leave distance between us. And then eventually when I told him, like, dude, I got to take away your mod status because you're hurting my channel, and my channel is mine, and if my channel fails, I'm the one that deals with it. You have nothing to do with it, so you won't have any repercussions, but I'm being punished for your actions. He very, very, very quickly started to attack me. He called me some racist stuff. He called me a bunch of other names. Very quickly became an asshole because he couldn't get his way with me. And so from that day on, I very quickly, you know, put distance between me and anybody that's involved in my channel. I don't really become friends with people in my channel. It's very rare that I become friends with people in my channel. Like, I flirt with Merle a lot on chat, but you can ask her how many times I've spoken to her privately. I think we've ever exchanged like 3 messages ever privately. And it was very much like, hey, where did you get this thing? And I responded, and like, it was a shower curtain, and I responded, I was like, I don't know. Like, that was it. That was the extent of our conversation, because I keep distance from people because that was going down a bad path. That kid showed up on my channel about 2 months ago. After years, this all happened in the first year of me streaming. After years, he showed up on my channel a couple months ago. I don't remember what his channel name was, and he showed up and apologized. But the damage was done, right? And so I'm not watching chat, sorry. I don't know if you've said other things in between. I'm just trying to get the whole story out, because if I start reading and responding, I'm going to kind of get off track. And so I very quickly have put this barrier in between me and who I deal with in the channel. And I kind of have my own checklist that I go through in my mind of what do I avoid. Red flags that I see that I don't want to have involved in my channel. And I'm only telling you this, not to judge you, not to like make you feel bad or put you down in any way, but one of the red flags is somebody who's very pushy about wanting to play with me. because that very much comes off as like a parasocial thing. And the truth is, like, you don't know me. You don't know who I am, how I act. You don't know what I really am like in real life. It's almost like if you are 18, I'm not going to say you are, I'm not going to say you're not. But if you are 18, you may have dated at least a little bit or flirted at least a little bit. And you know, you put on kind of a show when you're flirting with somebody. Older people can vouch for me that when you start dating somebody, you kind of act in the best way possible. So the person you're trying to date will like you. But as time progresses, if you get into a longer relationship, you start to kind of let that guard down and act more like yourself. And that's usually when relationships either fall apart or get better, because that's when you start to really see the person and you start to see if you like them or not. That's what this is like. I put on my best face when I'm in front of everybody. When I'm in front of the camera, I put on the best version of me that I can. I'm also autistic, so I mask a lot. So I'm very good at masking. So I put on the best persona that I can. There are very few people that see who I really am. And so when somebody is so pushy about trying to like be friends and stream together or like just do content together or just play together, it just comes off as very, very parasocial, and it can lead down a very dangerous road. And so I keep a distance, and I also keep track of how often people are pushing for me to play with them and how they're approaching it. You know what I mean? People will offer, and I can tell when it's really innocent. Like, we went and said, hey, when you're ready, we can play together. But it's very clear that it's, if you don't want to, that's cool too. But then there's like the constantly, I can't wait till we play together. Well, we could just play privately. Well, we could just, like, every time I come up with a reason not to, there's a new excuse as to how we can. And it very quickly turns into something unhealthy, and that's not what I want on my channel. As we can tell, the whole channel has now been derailed with me having this conversation. And this is what I don't want. Because it very quickly can turn into something unhealthy. It can very quickly turn into something that could either be dangerous for you or dangerous for me. You know, and it's not something that I want. I'm not here to be friends with people. I'm here to put on a show. This is a place where we're all going to hang out and chat and then be online friends, but not real friends. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be the person that like Brian's going to call at 2 a.m. because he got in a fight with his wife. Like, I'm not that person. I'm not going to be the person that Weewin's going to ask if she can sleep on my couch because her husband and her broke up. Like, that's not who I am. I'm an entertainer. It's like watching your favorite TV show. You watch something like Scrubs, you're not going to be calling the guys from Scrubs because you're upset. You watch them and you can enjoy them, and you can like even chat with them if you meet them or whatever, but like there's a distance. So unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be playing with you, but this is why. So again, I'm not saying this to like put you down or make fun of you. I don't want you to take it that way, please. It's just there are a lot of dangers with content creation. You're still young. You still don't necessarily understand the gravity of how serious things can get. You can watch somebody like Turkey Tom. Look up Turkey Tom and watch some of his videos, and you can see how quickly things can devolve into something really, really negative. Most of the time, it's the creator's fault. They have that power, but there are enough instances where it's not the creator's fault. Pro Jared is a very good case of how things can very quickly be spun around to make him the bad guy when he wasn't everything that everybody accused him of. I don't want that in my life. I don't need that in my life. I've got enough stress in my life as it is. This is supposed to be a place for me to unwind, have fun, and entertain some people. So that's where I stand on that. Okay, I hope you understand. I hope that you're not offended by what I'm saying. If you are, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be really upfront with you because I don't want misunderstandings. So that's it. Okay. Oh, dude. Okay. What are you thinking of with Subnautica tips? What are you thinking? But see, okay, what the last thing I'm going to say, faulty clips is the last thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything after this. Your response, getting very defensive, saying that you've never asked, you weren't begging, to show you where you were begging. You got very defensive because you didn't like what I had to say. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know you, so I'm not afraid to tell you this. You're being a dick. I don't really care if you want to unfollow me now. This is the problem. We're not friends right now. So when I approached you as politely as I could. I was very upfront with what I said because people are very afraid to be upfront. Thankfully, I'm autistic. I don't give a fuck. But people are very afraid to say things, and that's how they kind of get themselves in dirty situations. For everybody else who's a content creation person, take this as a learning moment. We're not friends, but if we would become friends, if we would have played once in a while, we would eventually build a friendship. Then what would happen when I tried to approach you about something that made me uncomfortable? I wouldn't be able to tell you because you would react this way. And if you're already reacting this way publicly, where you're now basically calling me a liar, when everybody's watched you and everybody saw me give you very polite reasons why we couldn't play together and you couldn't take no for an answer, when you're doing this publicly, what would you do behind closed doors? What would you say to people behind closed doors? What would you say I said behind closed doors? Right? This is what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I'm getting really frustrated right now. This is what I'm talking about. You publicly asked me to play. I politely declined. You publicly kept pushing for us to play. I politely declined. You kept pushing for new ways for us to play. I politely declined, and you continued. So I became upfront. And I told you, politely, that I have boundaries that I will not cross because I've had bad experiences in the past, because people cannot be trusted online, because I don't know who you are, right? That's what I was telling you in the nicest way I possibly could. And instead of being like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cross the line, you know, my bad, I totally get it. Your response was to call me a liar and to prove to you where you were begging, to prove to you where you were doing something wrong, to say that you weren't asking for a mod, you were just asking to play. I used that as an example. I didn't say you asked to be a mod. I was using it as an example. That somebody was being very pushy and I gave in, and then it burnt me. And you're being very pushy, and why I'm not going to give in, because I don't want to get burned. And you called me a liar. And this is all public, right? This is in front of everybody. So what would you be willing to do behind closed doors where I couldn't defend myself? Where I wouldn't have proof of what was going on? Where you could easily Photoshop that I said something I didn't say? Where you could easily take something that I said out of context and make me the bad guy? Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see how this is an unhealthy thing? Do you see how what you're doing is what gives streamers the response of not wanting to be friends with people who watch them? Because this is exactly what I'm trying to avoid. And I'm being completely blunt now, because now I'm offended at the fact that you're calling me a liar when you did this in front of everybody. And I tried multiple times to be very nice about it. And I've tried multiple times to not go down this path. But you wouldn't give it up. And it's not like you just did this in the last 10 minutes and then I snapped. You've done this for a couple of streams now. And a couple of streams I tried to avoid the conversation. And this is the third time. And I figured you weren't getting the message. Let me be a little bit more open with why I'm not going to do it. And then you called me a liar. Right? And you've derailed the whole stream. This has now been 20 minutes that I've stopped playing to address you because you can't take no for an answer and then get defensive when I finally stand my ground and set my boundaries, right? As a content creator, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're capable of. I don't know what you're going to do. So you might be the nicest guy in the world and you might be completely innocently asking, but when you get defensive, it makes me even more defensive because my channel is mine and I have a public image, right? I've got over 100,000 followers. I'm not a giant channel, but I'm big enough that if I were to do something and it would be taken out of context, it could really affect my life. Right? So respect content creators when they tell you no. When they're not willing to, or they say, hey, yeah, I'll do something public, and you continue to push, respect when they say no. And if they tell you, hey, this is why I'm not doing it, respect why they set those boundaries. Don't make it about them and you being the victim. Because I'm setting the boundaries for a reason. I'm a grown-ass adult. I have a whole life. I doubt you're 18, but if you're 18, you have your whole life ahead of you, right? You can screw up and it's not a big deal. If I screw up, it could be something very, very serious. And so I need to set boundaries for myself. Not just that, but I don't want to hurt people around me either. And if we set up a relationship that you think is a lot more than what it is, it could lead you down a path that I don't want to be responsible for either. So that's the last thing I'm going to address with you. That's it. No more after that. Okay? So learn to respect boundaries. And don't get defensive when people say, hey, you're crossing that boundary. Because you crossed it. I tried multiple times to stop you, and you wouldn't. That's all I gotta say. So I'm done now. So Brian, sorry about that. What kind of tips are you looking for? Let's get back to the game. Let's keep going. See, look, okay, here we go. This is how pathetic this person is, everybody. Now I'm done censoring myself. This is how pathetic Faulty Clips is. Faulty Clips on TikTok, everybody. The pathetic person who can't handle getting their feelings hurt. You can all vouch that I was being nice. You can all vouch that I was being respectful up until the last couple of minutes. And now their response, Mr. I doubt you're 18 years old, laughy face. That's pretty hypocritical. Do you see what I mean, guys? This is what I mean. This little prick couldn't understand that I don't want to be friends with him and that I don't want to play with him because I don't know who he is. He kept begging me to play with him, right? And then the second I say no, he keeps pushing. And then the second I put my foot down and say, I'm done, he starts now mocking me. He starts now trying to insult me. He starts playing the victim. This is what a manipulator does. This is what a narcissist does. These are the people you want to avoid because what they're going to end up doing is actually causing damage. This is the kind of prick that would end up photoshopping something saying, look what this guy did to me, to turn people against you because they can't handle that what they're doing is wrong. They can't handle that what they're doing is inappropriate and what they're doing is immature and really delusionally sick, right? So they're going to turn around and accuse people of things that they didn't do. Right? So this is the kind of person you want to avoid in your channel. This is the kind of person you want to avoid having in your community at all. So I'm really glad you showed us who you are, dude, because I don't want you here. I don't want you in this channel. I don't want you in this community. I don't want anything to do with you. So thank you for showing us how toxic and disgusting you are and showing us that I need to trust my gut feeling because the reason I told you no was because I didn't get a good vibe from you. And then you showed us all. You showed us all exactly who you are. So content creators, as a tip, trust your gut. If somebody feels like a creep, there's a good chance they're a creep. So you say no to them. Don't ever let some weirdo pressure you into playing with them or being friends with them or whatever, because then this happens. Thankfully, this is all happening publicly, so he can deal with the embarrassment. Because I'm not embarrassed at how pathetic this is. But it's a really good example of how to avoid something like this from happening. Okay, so give me a second here. Give me a second here. TikTok, you need to work on this, man. You need to work on this. Sorry, everybody. Everything's been very, very much derailed. You all know who to thank for that. You all know who to thank for that. Now, the problem is, for some reason, TikTok doesn't allow me to moderate. For some reason, I'm getting an issue where I can't moderate anybody. That's really weird. Give me a second here. I gotta try to figure this out because I am obviously... There we go. What's popped in is when it happens. Okay, so Faulty Clips. You are now muted. So now that you can't talk with how butthurt you are, you need to grow up. If you're 18 years old, you're a very immature 18-year-old. This was not originally an attack on you. This was not originally meant to insult you. This was not meant to put you down. I was letting you know that you were crossing a boundary. You couldn't accept that, and then you started to attack people. It's exactly why I was saying the things that I was saying. Because I knew instantly that that's the kind of person you are. I'm dying because of this. Damn it, man. I knew that this is the kind of person that you were, and I knew that this is what was going to happen. So I was trying very nicely to let you know not to do this, and you couldn't listen. you need to really step away from the internet and figure out how people work. I'm autistic and I know that what you did was wrong. You need to spend some time. You really do. You really need to grow up a little bit. Like you have a lot of growing up to do. You're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. If you're a content creator, you're really going to get yourself into a lot of trouble because this is not good for any content creator to do. And the community is fairly small and we all talk to each other, and you're very, very quickly going to get yourself into a spot that you're not going to be able to get out of, and it can become very unhealthy for you. So I think maybe you should reconsider content creation as a hobby for yourself. All right, now that that's said and done, you are now blocked. Okay. Okay, done. That's it. He's blocked now, so we're good. Jesus, that was, you know, it's frustrating. Now I can get back to it. Brian, I'm sorry, man. I've ignored you multiple times. I'm sure you've answered and I've ignored multiple times. Just tips in general. Okay. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry that I let that get totally derailed. I'm very much a short-tempered person. I have a short temper in real life. Not an extremely short temper, but it's short enough, you know what I mean? Like I get frustrated pretty easily. But I thought that this was really important for me to address because I have friends who, oh man, I'm starving now. I have friends who genuinely cannot handle when somebody is like that, who seriously cannot deal with the pushiness. I'm a bit more of a dick because of my short temper, and I can deal with the pushiness. I can deal with the frustration. And I have an easier time ready for fisticuffs. And I sometimes, I believe anyway, I don't know how accurate this, I don't know if this is actually how it works. Oh, the gameplay. I don't know if this is actually how it works, but I know that maybe by seeing me put my foot down and be as blunt as I was, maybe somebody else who gets stuck in that situation, you know, who has somebody who will not take no for an answer, maybe they'll now feel a little bit more empowered to say stop if somebody were to come into their chat doing the same thing. Do you know what I mean? I definitely needed to hear it. I appreciate that. Seriously. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, man. Seriously. It's sometimes very hard to say no because we all, content creators, all of us who are trying to do this kind of stuff, we're all scared of saying no because it might hurt our channel, right? Like we might only have one concurrent viewer and they might be the ones doing this, and it's very hard to push them away when there's nobody else watching you. Like, you know, you feel almost like I have to put up with it because then I'm gonna have 0 concurrent viewers, and then I'm gonna feel like I burnt the bridge. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, and you start to kind of second guess yourself. But this is the kind of person you really don't want on your channel because it does lead down that. You saw how quickly it devolved to them calling me a liar and insulting me. So I apologize that I was so derailed. I don't apologize for what I did or doing it in front of everybody. I'm just apologizing that I got derailed. That being said, don't ever have to put up with that for a view. You don't. It's not worth it. It's really not healthy. And it's okay to say no to somebody because you don't owe them anything. Having one less viewer is better than having 2 toxic viewers because it's not going to help you in any way, and it's just going to end up beating you up, and you're going to start feeling guilty. I've had it happen. I've had people that, you know, they would come in and donate a whole bunch and then demand to play with me, and if I turned them down, they guilted me about it. And then it just turned into like, now I'm not having fun streaming because every time I do, you want to play. And I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Deacon, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome. It has been a while. How have you been? How's life? But yeah, it's, yeah, Brian, and sometimes that's the only option you have. The only option is to take it that far and start to really get aggressive because they just cannot get it. And they have learned that if they're insulting and aggressive, the person will back down and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. But like, no, dude. You're dealing with a grown-ass man. I'm not going to let some kid push me around because their feelings are hurt that I won't play Minecraft with them. You know what I mean? I had already said no. And that should have been enough. That should have been enough. But yeah. Mr. Alpha V, how's it going, man? That 7 Days to Die server is set to play. Oh, no! Thank you, dude. Thank you. I saw that you've been like popping in and out. I didn't realize. Can I switch it? Can I switch it through here, or do I have to like exit? Hold on. Maybe I'll have to exit. Maybe I'll have to exit. Thank you, dude. Okay. Is it under here? Multiplayer. No. General? Ha! Thank you, dude. Thank you for letting me know. Eventually, we're gonna have to do, like, there's gonna have to be a group of us that get together for a stream and just screw around. You know what I mean? Mason, 7 Days to Die. Mason, his graphics are on max. Oh shit, it looks like clay on console. Do you mean mine looks way better than what it looks like on console, or are you saying that the max graphics still look pretty crappy? I want to make sure I'm not misinterpreting what you're saying. Oh man. Yeah, Brian. And the thing is that it happens quite a bit. It happens quite a bit. You've been playing and really enjoying the Zelda? Yeah, I haven't gotten it yet. I want to. I haven't yet though. I have a feeling I forgot to put my bed down. Did it? Okay, it spawned me right by the house, no problem. I haven't bought it yet. I will eventually. I just, right now money's tight, and I'm not like, I wasn't super hyped about the game. Not against the game, just wasn't super hyped. Not enough to spend $100 on it, so I'm gonna wait on it. But I hear that it's really good. I hear that's really, really good. Yeah, Mr. FOB, I appreciate it, seriously. It's frustrating. Now, back to what originally we were talking about before we got totally derailed. Brian, with Subnautica, if you're playing the original Subnautica, it's really important for the first little while of the game that you build everything you have a chance to build. So if you go to the little fabrication module, just fabricate whatever you can find. Because I found that there were a few times... Holy crap, it's a biker! I found that there were a few things that if you fabricate them, all of a sudden you would get an alert saying, hey, you want to go to this place, or hey, there's a new message, and the message would give you a new thing to do. It was almost like triggered for it to happen, and there's a bit of a timer. So you build some stuff, and then you go off and collect, and by the time you're back, there's a new message for you to listen to. That'll help you advance in the story. Outside of that, it's really worthwhile exploring to find some of the wreckage that you'll see to be able to collect some of the blueprints to build stuff, and that'll help you advance. Besides that, it's such a vague game. Do not be surprised if you get lost. It's almost impossible not to get completely confused on what to do because you feel like you reach a dead end eventually. Yeah, if you have any like very specific things you want to have answered, I can try. I'm not a huge, you know, encyclopedia of Subnautica info, but definitely feel free to ask. I might have some info. Not necessarily, but I might. Community guidelines. How's it going? Am I about to be banned? Am I about to be banned? And if so, what kind of band? Is it a rock band or is it like a jazz band? I need to know. There's so much to say over what's needed. Oh, man. I should switch to Twitch. Crushy, I don't know if you're still watching. Oh, you're still there. I appreciate that. I just saw your message about, you know, being somebody who watches but doesn't actually talk. Just doing that, it shows to me that you enjoy what I'm doing, so I appreciate that. And then the compliment is really nice, so thank you. Thank you very much. Smashing stage band. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. A jazz band for sure. Perfect. Perfect. For those who weren't here earlier, I had somebody else that was named, it wasn't community guidelines, it was notifications, I think is what it was called. And they came in and said that I was going to be banned unless I turned off my stream in the next 5 minutes, but then they spelt banned like a music band. They didn't spell it like you were about to be banned from the channel. So it's me poking fun at that person because I was gonna be banned. Are these the ones that I can use? I don't know. This and this I want to keep. I'm gonna die. Oh, this gives me damage mitigation. That's cool. I hear it, but I don't see it. Buckman, did you just send fire? Did you just send me fire? You calling me fire? That's awesome. That's awesome. Depressive Coffee Cup. It's been a few days. How have you been? How are you? How's life? I hope when you gave your boyfriend kisses, you gave him one for me. If not, I'm really disappointed in you. Your boyfriend needs to know that I give very soft kisses. Crushy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh man, stretching feels so good sometimes. But yeah, Subnautica can be very it can be really overwhelming at times. Like I've been playing Below Zero, right? I'm officially on 1 day and 2 hours worth of gameplay on my story. You can get to a point in the game where you don't know what to do, and it doesn't really make it clear. Like there's no clear way to really know if you've missed something. And then that's not I don't mean that in there's something wrong with Subnautica. I mean it in they've really left it to your own imagination and to your own ability to kind of decipher what's going on. In Below Zero, I found that it was a little bit more vague than it was in the original Subnautica. In Below Zero, there's a certain thing that happens. I don't really want to go into it because I don't want to wreck it in any way. Deacon, thank you for the heart. I appreciate that. I'm the ultimate one. I'm the ultimate one at derailing the chat for sure. That's definitely me. There's a certain thing that happens in the game, and the way that you get the next step in the story is by listening to what's being said, because it doesn't actually put up a waypoint. It'll literally just give you a really vague indication where it'll say something like, oh, this isn't what they say, but it's an example. It's like, oh, if you go by I know that this happens during an area with certain types of vents, and you have to kind of connect that what they're saying is they're talking about this one specific area in the map, and that's where you need to head. But it happens in a whole full conversation. Well, they'll be like, oh, I'm really hungry, so I need to make sure I eat. And every time I eat, I feel really sick. And that usually happens in an area with these vents. And that is supposed to be enough for you to figure out that that's where you're supposed to go. It's really hard to kind of decipher. Obviously, it leaves it very open for you to kind of do your thing. But if you're not paying attention, it's very easy to get lost and not realize that you're lost. And that happened to me. In the original Subnautica, it's a little bit less vague, but it can still happen. You can still end up wandering for hours not knowing where to go. The other piece of advice overall in the gameplay is try to upgrade your stuff to go deeper. And the game progresses the deeper you go. That's the main goal, is try to find how to get deeper into the world. Deeper as in submerge deeper. Because that's how the progression works in the game. Is the first little while you're not going deep, but as you reach a certain plateau in the game, you need to go deeper, and that's kind of how you're going to progress your story. Sometimes it's really hard to find where to go deeper because it follows a certain path to get to a certain deepness, and then you realize that the next level down is in a totally different area and it's hidden in a very different way. But definitely makes it at least it gives you some direction on what to do. You didn't notice the mission stuff last time? Yeah. Jimmy shot mom salt, hello, nice to see you. Or Jimmy's hot mom salt. Jimmy shot mom. Pass the salt. Hello, how you doing? Welcome. How are things going? So far, the seed, it feels like the first seed we played where I found this house. But because we got so derailed, I lost my whole first day just standing there. I didn't realize the timer still went while I was in the pause menu. So we wasted a lot of time. So I'm a whole day behind. But so far, nothing too bad has happened. I just don't have any like little stone or wood or like stone chips or whatever to fix up my windows. So we're just kind of holding off. But I'm out of food, which is not good. I'm very thirsty, apparently. Got no food. This is not good. Okay, can I build a spear? Do I have enough stuff to build a spear? It's the downside to getting derailed. I have no idea what I'm doing now. My brain is off track. Oh, I needed the plant fibers. Dang it. But it's nighttime. I don't want to go out. I'm scared. Oh, depressive coffee cup. I am very excited for Mario RPG. I played the original on stream for a while. The funny thing, Buckmain, not Buckmain, Brian, is like they weren't even a hater. They were the opposite. They were a lover, but they loved me too much. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. I can't run. I can't run. I'm dead. I'm dead. They were a lover. They were a lover. They took Miguel too serious. When Miguel said that anybody could love me, they like took it and said, hold my beer, I will show you love. And then they love bombed me until it became a hate bomb. That's what happened. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's one of the things with online culture that is that I think is very bad for society in general. I think it's very bad for mental health too. People have a very hard time distinguishing between, holy crap, out in the snow, I'm gonna freeze and die. People have a very hard time distinguishing between like a friend and just some guy on the internet. They also have a very hard time distinguishing like how to not be too pushy. And the ability to hide behind a monitor has given a lot of people courage that they would not otherwise possess. You know, like in real life, if I was saying these things to him in real life, the nice part at the beginning, it would have very quickly had them back down. Like they would have very quickly accepted what I was saying and been like, I'm sorry. And it would have been sheerly, like fully due to them being embarrassed. But when you hide behind a keyboard, it's very easy to turn that embarrassment into anger and attack people because you can hide behind the keyboard because they can't see how embarrassed you are. And because I'm on camera, I'm at a disadvantage because you can see me losing it. And so even though this person may have been losing it and, you know, having been raging, they're hiding behind a monitor so I can't see that rage. So they could put in a bunch of like smiley emojis, laughing, acting like they're better than me. And I can't disprove them because I can't see their face, but they can see my face. So I can't put on that front of like, you idiot, you think you're so great, because they can see that I'm mad. So I'm at a huge disadvantage right off the top. That is a huge downside for society when it comes to online stuff. Because guys like this, he's not going to learn. He's not going to listen to a word that I said. He's not actually going to take anything what I said into account. And he's not going to accept that he was in the wrong. And it's going to just lead to far more negative experiences for him and for everybody around him. Online is really wonderful, but it really has made people a lot less mentally healthy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's frozen. Oh no! Now it's gone forever. Now you cannot see it. Now you cannot see it at all. Not even a little bit. Back to the Mario RPG thing. Whoops. Back to the Mario RPG thing. I played it on stream for a bit. I think I did 2 or 3 streams with it, and I had a lot of fun. But I never beat it. I really, really want to play the remake. I think the remake of Mario RPG is going to be awesome. I'm really excited for that. What are my thoughts on Colleen? Oh, I left my base at my brother's house. I left my base at my brother's. I was going to pull out the base and be like, dum, dum. There's nothing that I can say that nobody else has said. She is very clearly mentally unwell. She is very clearly somebody who exhibits a lot of narcissistic traits. And she has clearly been convinced that she can do no wrong. And the sad part of all of it is, once this heat dies down, she will continue along her way as if nothing has happened. Because people are taking Trisha Paytas and seeing her as a reasonable person. And she's in controversy at least once a year. And like serious controversy. Like very serious controversy at times. And she's still out there. Colleen's not going to pay for any of this. She's going to have a bump in the road and just going to continue. That's all I can really say about it. Wait, what, Deacon? I don't know what you mean. It is. It's dead in here. The crickets are like, this is boring. He's just standing around the house the whole time. Yeah, depressive. Mario RPG is awesome. There's a lot of people that wish they would make a sequel to Mario RPG, and maybe this could convince Nintendo to do that. I mean, they did Paper Mario, which is supposed to be like it was originally supposed to be an RPG sequel. Obviously, that's not what happened. It kind of went off to be its own thing. But yeah, I feel like Mario RPG deserves a sequel. I think it would be a really cool idea. I hope Super Mario RPG Remake does a good job. Oh. I have no idea, Deacon. I have no clue. I have no idea. Is it really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah, Jimmy. I mean, society in general is a complex thing, right? Like it's not a very easy, straight cut thing. Depending on where you are, where you're from, you know, your own upbringing, you're gonna have different views. And so putting a bunch of people together who are all from different places and have different experiences, it's very hard to have a fully happy society. You're always gonna have societies that are going to have to kind of compromise, right? But I think the problem that's happening with social media in particular, with online streaming, Twitter, YouTube, all that kind of stuff, is that algorithms really put us into niches to a point that it's a detriment, where people don't really realize what's happening. Turtsa, how's it going? How are you? Thank you for the raid. Hello, everybody. Welcome, raiders. How are you all? Thank you so much. How are you? How was your stream? What were you doing? How did the stream go? How have you been? Everybody who's coming in on the raid, hello, welcome. Beard phobia, hello. Thank goodness I shaved my delicate, not very thick beard. Welcome. Hello, how are you? My name is Luis. This is Retro for the First Time, my channel. I do a variety of stuff. Right now, I am very... Oh, I thought that was a bear. I'm very, very loosey-goosey on what I do on the channel. I don't have anything in particular. We've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die, which is what we're playing now. Oh, God, no way. I don't know what that was. Perfume. Thank you. Thank you, The Dark. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I've been playing 7 Days to Die. We've been playing Minecraft, and we've been playing Dead Island 2. But that's not really like what my channel is. Like I'm not just a streamer that does that. I just kind of play whatever. I stream right now. I'm trying to stream 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And I talk a lot. So my stream is not about skill. What the hell? Oh, my concussion. It's not about skill. It's genuinely about me just hanging out, chatting, and talking. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've known Turtsa for quite a while now. Man, it goes by so quick. For quite a while now. And anybody who's here, you should check out Turtsa. He's awesome. But yeah, I hope you're doing really well. I'm going through post-festival depression, so I played some Clone Hero. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Hopefully you do not fall asleep. It's so easy to fall asleep when you take a break after a stream. I could go to sleep for an hour or so. Easy. Chat and game, basically. Yeah, the gameplay is just in the background. For those who do know 7 Days to Die, I don't. This is only my third time playing it. I got the game because a girl Thulu, another streamer who plays this game, gave me a copy of it. She had a free key to give away, and she gave it to me. And I've been trying to learn the game. It's very hard. This is my third file I've made. We made one file, and then I updated it to have the experimental edition, like the latest update, and it wouldn't let me access the old file. So I restarted, and I got a really bad seed where I died over and over again really easily because I was spawned right in the town. I didn't have anywhere to like build a base. Then I lost everything twice. So I've just restarted this seed. Now I'm on day 2, but I've done nothing because our whole chat got totally derailed. Had a toxic person in chat, and I got totally derailed by it. So I'm actually like a day behind on my progress, which is not exactly the most convenient situation to be in. So I'm just trying to kind of catch up right now. Not a good situation game wise, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Oh, was that dirty water and I drank it? Oops. Am I trans? Nope. Nope. I am a cis heterosexual man. If you're asking because of the fingernails, I know it's useless because people don't listen anyway, but do not take this as me putting you down. Do not take this as an attack. But a word of advice. Do not believe everything you see on the internet as far as everything that somebody does is to signal something. If someone wears nail polish, they're not trying to signal to you that they're trans or not. If someone has earrings, they're not trying to signal to you if they're gay or not. They could be, but that's not always the case. I have earrings because I've had them since I was 16. Well, one since I was 16, the other one since I was 9. And I paint my fingernails because I like it. Yeah. I have kids. And if you knew my dating history, you would be a lot more concerned about other things outside of my gender. You'd be pretty confident in my gender, and you would probably think I was a terrible person. I mean, I was. My dating history is not good. I was not a good person. I don't know, Merle. I don't know why they explode, and I don't know why they make, like, crumbling wood sounds. It's really weird. Is my game sound echoing, really? Is it really? Hold on. No way, is it really? Hold on. Hey, is it? It's not echoing on my side. It's not echoing on my side. No. On TikTok, it's not echoing. Maybe it's Twitch. What's going on with Twitch? Why is Twitch echoing? Let me pull up Twitch. Hold on. Okay. Twitch is on. Where am I live thing? I'm gonna die again. Oh, it's the stupid concussion. It's the concussions. Unmute. I'm gonna die again. It's the stupid concussion. Concussions. Oh, weird. It is. It's not doing it on TikTok. That's really weird. That is really weird. It's a weird little, like, double sound. Huh, why is it a double sound? Oh, is it this? Hold on. There, that should fix it. That should fix it. Right? That fixed it? Let me know. It was really rare, Merle. It seemed like they were okay. So what was happening? I have my whole audio setup is really complicated, like way overly complicated. I have sound going from my streaming PC is just streaming. I have sound going from my streaming PC to my Go XLR, from the Go XLR to my gaming PC, and then from the gaming PC back into the Go XLR. Because there was certain settings I wanted to do, but that's how the sound is. But what was happening was the sound going from my streaming PC into the Go XLR was also being picked up by the OBS. So Go XLR was giving one layer of sound and OBS was giving the exact same layer of sound. And so what was happening is at moments there would be a delay between what OBS was picking up and what Go XLR was picking up. And so you'd get a double echo. But now that I muted it, it should be gone completely. But you should still hear the game, right? Right? For Starfield, are you asking about what I think about the game overall or what I think about what's going on with Xbox and the exclusivity and all that? Oh, Jimmy, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. Okay, you can still hear the game. Perfect. That's all that matters. Somebody knock? Nora, did you knock? I guess somebody might have knocked at the door. Oh well, they can wait. I'll have to re-roll. I'll have to re-roll. That's it. Let's start again. Okay. So we're wasting a ton of time. This is awesome. Yeah, Jimmy, I can imagine. I can imagine. That's hard. That's really hard. I'm really sorry to hear that. Sorry you've had to go through that. Okay, can I... I'm so anxious. I don't know what to do. Can I build like a... I don't think I can, right? Yeah, there probably is a way. I just don't know how. Iron ladder. I'm gonna have to level up too. Damn it, there's so much to do. Oh, I gotta do the campfire. I haven't done that either. Oh, damn it, someone's knocking. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm gonna exit just so I don't die. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Haha, I muted. Sorry, it was my landlord. He's been getting mail here and he just wanted to pick it up, and the air conditioner was broken for a while. And it magically fixed. So he was just asking to see if it was okay. And then he couldn't remember what my phone number was, so he just wanted to make sure my phone number was there. So, sorry. Since chatting distracts and slows you. Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, the way I see it is, if I am distracted and I'm paying for it, it adds extra tension. You know what I mean? It's extra tension that I'm gonna die. Oh, we're all just bags of meat spinning in a rock, hurtling through time and space. Stuff doesn't make sense sometimes. Exactly. Exactly. Honestly, I think something, and you learn it as you get older. As you live your life, you start to realize that the things you thought were super important really become unimportant. Like really, really become unimportant. I take time to get ready, right? I like to get ready. I like to do my hair. I like to, make myself look decent. But I used to make sure that I was wearing the most fashionable clothes, that I made sure I was wearing the right brands, because if you wore the right brands, then you were cool. But if you wore the wrong brands, then you were pathetic, because you should be wearing the right brands, not the wrong brands. And I was really, really like, I would live by that. And so it was very hard to live in peace, because I was always worried about what was cool and what wasn't. I would make sure that I was wearing like the right cologne, that it wasn't too much cologne, that I was using the right slang, that I acted a certain way. That's part of the masking more than anything, but still, I was always concerned about stuff like that. Now I've gotten older, and I still care to a degree, because humans in general want to be accepted. We want, like, it's human nature to want to be part of something, be part of a community. Now, whether it wants to be mainstream or not, that's totally a different conversation, but most of us want to be accepted. And so we're always going to want to do things that are more socially acceptable for most people, but I don't care as much as I used to. You know what I mean? Like, I'll have people that will full-blown make fun of me for playing video games as an adult, saying things like, you're pathetic, you're an adult, grow up, stop playing video games. It's a hobby. Why do you care? Right? What's the matter to you? Whereas, like, when I was younger, that really would have worried me. Like, I would have reacted either defensively or been like, oh my God, I can't tell anybody that I play video games because it's embarrassing. I don't want to be embarrassed. It takes time to learn that. I didn't really learn that until I was in my 30s. Now I don't care, right? Like, I've been on stage in lingerie. I've dressed in, and it's not really drag, but I did the Rocky Horror Show where I wore, fishnets and a corset and booty shorts on stage in full makeup, in drag makeup, but it wasn't drag. Like, it was very clear I was a man and I wasn't trying to portray a woman. It was more a man who likes to wear women's clothing. That was kind of the stance we took on it. I've done a variety of stuff that would otherwise be seen as embarrassing, but like, I don't care, because I do it because I like it. I'm not forcing anybody else to do it or be a part of it, right? I'm doing it because I like it. Just like playing video games. I stream because I like to stream. I play video games because I like video games. And if you don't, that's cool, but that's you, not me, right? You'll learn that as you get older. And it's not so much that you don't know that that's how it is. It's just when you're younger, it's harder to not let that take over. It's a lot easier as you get older to really not care. Because there are different things that will make you successful. And like, my friends who were like the cool kids growing up, the ones who were really popular, they now have regular labor jobs. So they're no better than anybody else. And a lot of them have problems with addiction because they're not happy. And my friends who were the quote unquote losers when I was growing up have a tight-knit group of friends. They have hobbies. They enjoy their hobbies and they're passionate about them. They do things that they fully enjoy. My popular friends' night out is like going to someone's house and drinking until they're silly. Whereas like my nerdy friends, their good time is like, let's go to a con. Let's get dressed up. Let's go to somebody's house and play D&D. Like, they'll do stuff that is genuinely fun. There's a more authentic happiness. So just have that little piece in you that knows that as time progresses, that will become more prevalent and you will have a much easier time feeling that happiness. Don't allow your current loneliness to convince you that it's always going to be that way, because it's really not. It's really not. That's all I can really say. I don't know if I did Tim Curry proud, but I think I did a respectable enough version of Tim Curry. I lost my house and I forgot to put a bedroll down. It's by the snow though, somewhere over here, right? Oh, it's over there. I think I did a respectable enough job. I got a lot of feedback from people that made me very proud. People saying that, you know, I was their favorite Frankenfurter they've ever seen. And not because I did Tim Curry. They liked me because I did my own rendition, which was a very different take. I think the best explanation I got from my version of Frankenfurter was that I was someone that you knew you were supposed to hate, but you couldn't hate while watching me. And there were people that genuinely were upset at the end of the show because they knew what the conclusion was, but they didn't want that conclusion because I made myself so likable. And even though I was doing evil things, they're like, but he's so likable, so like, it's okay. You know what I mean? So I think that part I did him proud. But I definitely did a very different rendition than Tim Curry. Like I legitimately sang my songs, whereas Tim Curry did more of like a talk singing when he performed Frankenfurter. Tim can sing, but he did, or could sing, but he did more of a talky way of doing his performance, and I full blown sang. So that was like the big difference between him and I. Exactly, Jimmy. And that's it, right? Like if you have a passion, as kids, we have a really bad tendency to bully people who have passions. Unless they're like the mainstream cool passion. But like if you have any other kind of passion, you get bullied for it, which is stupid, but we're kids. We don't know any better. But it's those people that pursue those passions that end up doing some pretty wonderful things. They end up doing things that other people wish they could do, right? Like I tell friends that I do TikTok and they'll make fun of me. They'll be like, it's a kid's app. It's a kid's dancing app. What do? You sit there and dance? And it's like, no, I make like information / documentary style videos, or I do comedy sketches. And then, you know, they laugh at me or whatever, but then if they ever get curious and they ask, and then they find out like how many followers I have, which is not a huge following, but for somebody who doesn't really understand TikTok, it sounds like a huge following. Then all of a sudden their tune changes a little bit. Or like if they hear that I had a video that went viral, all of a sudden, now it's not so much something to make fun of. Now they're like, oh my God, like you're actually famous. And it's like, I'm not famous. Like they don't understand how it works, right? So they have a skewed perception. But all of a sudden now they're like, oh, so it's kind of the same when you have like a video game passion, especially, you know, I don't know how old you are, but like I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s, and video games were definitely a thing for kids. And once you were like 15, you didn't do things for kids. You did like adult stuff. So I'd get made fun of for playing video games. And so you would get bullied and stuff. But now it's like the video game industry is bigger than movies and music put together. Some of the richest people on the planet are people that work in the video game industry. And now people who made fun of them are now going like, no, but that's a billionaire. Like he's successful, but he's a gamer. I thought they were losers. I thought being a gamer was a loser thing. You know what I mean? But the person who got there is because they followed their passion. They did something that they were passionate about. Right. It's just hard to kind of accept and see that when you're so young. When you're a teenager, even in your early 20s, it's still about acceptance. It's still about being liked. And that's not exactly the most conducive way to be happy. You know what I mean? What was the gaming achievement that was the most stressful for you? I don't really do gaming achievements, so I don't have one. I don't have one. I've never been interested in that kind of stuff. Same with like platinuming games. I've never platinumed a game. I've 100%ed like maybe 3 games in total, one of them being Mario 64, and by the end of it, it was torture. Yeah, I'm not much into that kind of stuff. I've never been the kind of person to really do that. I don't have the patience for it, and I don't get the rewarding feeling that other people do when they do that kind of stuff, if that makes sense. You know, I've had friends that oh, I didn't know I could wear that on my fists. What? I also have a machine gun. That's the coolest thing ever. Oh lord, the 2000s were wild. They were. You were born in 2005. Okay. So you're quite a bit younger than me. You're still like, you're at that brink now where you're starting to go over the hump of like there's a weird change like in your late 20s, early 30s where you start to really see things in a very different light. It's a weird time. It's a really weird time because you don't notice it's happening, but you start to notice that you don't remember what it was like. Like, I look back at being a teenager and I don't remember how I found out what was fashionable and what wasn't. I don't remember how I kept in touch with that and why it mattered so much to me. Do you know what I mean? Or I don't remember how I had the courage to flirt with women the way that I used to. But I don't remember when I forgot. Do you know what I mean? So you're right at that brink of that. You're going to start seeing some things. You're going to be like, wow, this is so different. Merle. You just play for the joy. Exactly. One spent 14 hours on one boss. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't have the patience for it. I don't get the joy. You know, that's why like people who play Fortnite or play Call of Duty or what's that, Tarkov, whatever that game's called, how they can spend countless hours playing that game, those games over and over and over again. There's a very similar mentality to getting the achievements because there are certain like goals you can set for yourself. I don't enjoy that. I don't have fun with that. So I'm not one to ever do achievements or anything. So I've never gone out of my way to do achievements. Oh my God, do you ever? Do you ever? Like, I've been thinking about things that I don't physically do anymore that I used to do all the time. Like, I haven't climbed a ladder in years. Like, years and years and years I haven't climbed a ladder, and I don't know when the last time I climbed a ladder was. Which is like a really weird thing to say, because as a kid, I remember climbing ladders all the time, and I haven't climbed a ladder in forever. And I don't mean like a step stool or or like one of those ladders that you use in your house that are like, you know, the folding ladders. I'm talking like rungs where you grab on and you put your feet in and it's like almost straight up. I haven't climbed one of those in forever. I don't remember the last time I did that. It's weird how when you get older, things like that happen. Or like, I watched a musical that I was in, a recording of one of the musicals I was in, and there were moves that I was doing that I don't remember doing. And when I think about trying to do it, I know I physically couldn't anymore, which is like a really weird thing to experience because there's footage of me doing it. When did I stop being able to do it? It's weird. It did not go well. Did you fall? I hope you didn't fall. We're old, man. Falling down is gonna like lead to a broken hip. Oh, man. Just before short-term success is like winning a multiplayer match, while other find beating a campaign for the story more gratifying. Yeah, Mr. Alphavy, and that's it for me. I'm more about like the campaign and the storyline. The short-term success, it doesn't balance out the amount of time I wait for the success versus how long it takes to get the success. It's not a good balance for me, right? And it's not really a long time. Like, what, matches last 15 minutes at most? But there's like a minute and a half of waiting in the lobby. And I don't want to wait a minute and a half in a lobby for a 15-minute game. And who are we kidding? I'm not going to make it to the 15 minutes in the game. I'm literally going to play for 5 minutes and then die. And then back into the lobby for a couple minutes. It's just not a satisfying feeling for me. Whereas like a story, there's no waiting in the lobby. There's like the one load screen between like different sections or whatever. But like, how many times have I loaded since I died? Right? I've loaded maybe once, twice. And there's nothing else happening. So I'm just like straight gameplay. I enjoy that. I enjoy the story dragging me forward and telling me what to do and what to experience. I don't enjoy not having any bottles for water. That's for sure. What's my health at? That zombie's gonna get me if I'm not quick. My food is at 59. Oh god, I need to eat. I don't think I have food. I don't even think I could fry an egg right now. Yeah, I'm the same way, Mr. FOV. I'm the same way. There's, like, I might buy a Call of Duty game if they do something interesting story-wise for it. If they do something that I'm like, okay, I want to experience that. I want to see what that's what that's about or whatever. But definitely, I don't get excited like other people get. There's some people that really lose their minds when a new Call of Duty comes out. Like they act like it's the second coming, and it's like it's just another Call of Duty. Like there's nothing super revolutionary about it, right? But people love it. It's just not for me. It's just not a game that really intrigues me. I did not mean to pick the plant up. I'm in a lot of trouble. I still haven't put my bed down. I keep going back to the house and not building a bed. I think that's my house, right? Over there. Yeah, see, and I played the original Modern Warfare, and I played a little bit of Modern Warfare 2. The storylines were interesting, but I mean, I'm Canadian, right? And like the military isn't as in like, I know you're not American, you're in Europe or whatever, but like it's not as fixated on in Canada as it is in the States. So for somebody who is not interested in those kinds of games, the impact of the story doesn't really impact me as much. Like, I don't feel like a hero playing that game. I don't feel like a badass playing it. I also come from a country that was in civil war, so my parents raised us with a lot of like negative feelings towards military and war and stuff. Like, my parents worked for the military. They were civilians that worked for the military. But they were always very, very negative about what happened. And so like we never grew up with that kind of like storytelling of like how soldiers are heroes. We saw the darker side of it. So like, I'm not saying all soldiers that way, please don't take it that way. So I never had that kind of draw, right? So when I play Modern Warfare, I'm kind of like, okay, World War II is a bit different. When I played the original like Call of Duties and stuff, that was a bit more interesting because it was such an impactful moment in history. But like, yeah, I don't get the, I don't have the satisfaction that some people have playing Call of Duty. I can't put my bed down. That place is troublesome, I guess. Okay, at least I got the bed rolled down. I know, I keep getting too distracted. It's horrible. Europe or wherever. Nice. Look, I'll be honest with you. The Canadian education system is decent, but it's not great. And as far as like European countries go, I have a very, very, very hard time remembering the differences of whoa, it got dark really quick. Remembering the differences between very specific ones, like Switzerland, the Netherlands. I'm trying to think of the other one. See, this is where I struggle. But like Switzerland and the Netherlands, don't ask me a question about them because like I'm at the level that I don't know if it's like UK and England where like you can call them both and it's the same place, or if the Netherlands is a different place than Switzerland. Do you know what I mean? Or like Switzerland, Sweden, Netherlands, that, no idea. No clue. And I know there's a whole bunch of countries that when I hear the name, I know where they are. Can't think of them off the top of my head. So like I try not to say more than like Europe, because even though you've told me where you're from, I can't remember which one. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say one and get the reaction I'm getting from Merle and Wewin. Now they're never going to hold Miguel romantically ever again after he said that. But I know as a Latino, it's the same as like somebody telling me I'm Mexican. Nothing wrong with Mexico. I'm just not Mexican. or like Canadians being called American. We're not Americans. Same idea, but our education system did not spend enough time in Europe to really make it clear what the differences are. You know what I mean? I'm gonna end up in like Chernobyl and you're gonna have to come pick me up there. I'm gonna have no idea where I'm going. Okay, Merle, Wewin, I'm here. Okay, where are you? This place called Tokyo. I'm in Tokyo. Oh man. Yeah, even like with Switzerland and Sweden, right? I know that one of the two places is the place that everybody goes is like the ideal country. Like they have the most peace, they have the most happy citizens, they have the best healthcare, they have the best like work environment. But I can't remember which one it is. I know one of the two is that. I can't remember which one it is. I'm in Tokyo. You mean Tokyo? Oh, that's why I was in the plane for so long. I'm gonna go see you guys. Okay, so I'm here, and there's a bunch of desks and beds. I don't know if I'm in the right place. Did you go to IKEA? Yes. Switzerland is the small one. And Tokyo isn't even European. I'm in Tokyo. Oh my god. Take the lamp? Is that how I turn off the light so they don't... I can't take it though. Can I break it? If I break it, does that mean they won't see me anymore and those zombies will come get me? They have Swedish meatballs. It's the same thing, right? Yeah, like our education system isn't the worst, that's for sure. But with geography, yeah, not the greatest, and it's only getting worse. But yeah, there's, and I think a part of it, I could be wrong. I haven't studied how the education system really is, so I can't really say, yeah, this is what the problem is with the education system. But I will say, I think one of the reasons that we are far less educated, less knowledgeable or experienced with like geographical differences, I would say is because we live in a very different style of geography than what Europe and Africa live in, or even Asia, where Asia, parts of Asia have this. Parts of Asia obviously don't, because like China is gigantic. So someone like in the center of China isn't going to see a bunch of other countries. But it's kind of the same with the States and Canada. Canada, we have the States. And like that's our nearest neighbor. And for a lot of us, most of us live by the border. That's the only place we could feasibly travel to in a short amount of time. If you want to go anywhere else, you either have to fly and you're going to have to book a bunch of days off. Whereas like Europe, you can be in France and you can go visit Germany, and you can go visit Italy, and you can go visit Spain, and all within like a week be in all those places. Whereas like in Canada, if you want to go to the States, you could go visit all the different states, but you're still in the States. In the States, the same thing. If you want to go visit somewhere, you're going to go to Mexico or Canada. And Canada, Americans usually don't come here. And if they do, they're going to go to Toronto or the Falls. They don't really go anywhere else. And then Mexico. There's not a lot of other countries around us, so there's a disconnect. Whereas like Europe is a lot of very, very different countries in a very small space. So you're able to learn the differences a lot more, and you're able to experience those differences, and you're taught them because they are relevant. Whereas like for me to know the difference between Switzerland and Sweden, I've never been there and I probably never will. So like there's not a benefit to me learning that in our school system versus learning like American history. They're our downstairs neighbor. They're a really loud downstairs neighbor that throws parties all the time. So we need to know about them to make sure that we understand what's going on. But like, I think that has to do more with why we don't learn this stuff and not so much about the education system lacking. It's more about it doesn't affect us as directly. It's starting to more because the world is much more connected, but it doesn't affect us as directly. So it's not as useful for us to learn that. It's like Americans learn Spanish. Here, they don't teach Spanish. There's no use for that here. or Europeans, the amount of people that I've had watch my channel from Germany who speak more than 3 languages. They may not speak them perfectly, but like they speak English and they'll speak Spanish and they can speak German. Like they have a variety of languages that they learn, but they're also surrounded by those languages. So it's useful to learn them. Here, there is zero reason outside of your own interest to learn how to speak Dutch. Like there's zero reason for it because you're not going to be dealing with, you know, Dutch people on a regular basis, and the ones you do deal with speak English. So like there's that difference. That being said, there's still a lot of stuff that we could learn, and we definitely need to know more about other countries because the world is so much more connected now than it's ever been. You know what I mean? Crimson, I don't know. I tried Kick for a little while. And there was nothing bad that really stuck out to me, but there was nothing that really made it a benefit for me. There was nothing that made me go, yep, Kick is where I want to be. I didn't have that sudden growth that some people have. Like I have friends who have gone from, and now I've learned more about them, so it makes a bit more sense. But I've had friends that have gone to Kick and they're reporting about how they're averaging like 50 viewers when on Twitch they were averaging 2 viewers. And like I averaged 1 or 2 viewers on Kick. And right now I've got 11 on between Twitch and YouTube. I think most of them are on Twitch. So like there was no instant benefit. There's also just a lot of like moral issues I have with being on Kick. And I'm not saying that somebody else being on Kick all of a sudden makes them a bad person. That's not... I don't really care what people are doing. But I don't feel comfortable being a part of that. Do you know what I mean? And when I did try it for a couple of days, very quickly, one of the guys who established Kick went out and said something pretty bigoted on Twitter. I just don't want to be part of that. So like, I probably won't go to Kick unless something really drastic happens to Twitch. Like I said, I tried it, didn't really provide a benefit, so it's just not worth me feeling uncomfortable for a worse outcome than what I have here. Come on, fill my stamina. Man, attacking takes a lot of stamina when you're not leveled up. Stop it. Bro, I'm gonna die. Stop it, dude. I've already got a concussion. Don't give me another one. Oh, you restarted my timer, didn't you, you jerk? You dead now? Okay. Yeah, so much more connected yet disconnected. That's going back to the whole social media thing being a bad thing. We are so much more connected. We have access to so much more information. Like, if we wanted to learn something, someone had to tell us about it before we could actually learn about it. And if you wanted to learn about it, you had to go to a library. Now we live in a world where you can literally find out about something that you may never otherwise have heard about through randomly scrolling on TikTok. And you can Google something and find the information behind it in a matter of seconds. Yet we have some of the most ignorant people getting the biggest platforms, spewing out the most ridiculous rhetoric, and anybody who knows anything about the subject knows how absolutely ignorant they are, yet they get a platform and there is nothing you can do to, you know, convince people that they're ignorant. Like, there was a guy that just popped up on my For You page recently who was talking about how he knows the cure for diabetes and how, like, diabetes can easily be cured. You don't need to be using insulin. Insulin isn't natural, was what he said. If you don't know anything about healthcare, if you don't know anything about how insulin works and stuff, insulin is 100% natural. Your body creates insulin. That is what your pancreas does. That is its job. And it's stupid to say that it's not a natural thing when it absolutely is. And him saying that instantly proves he doesn't know what he's talking about. I can guarantee you the dude doesn't know how insulin works and what it actually physically does in your body to help you. Yet he's out there telling people that insulin is poison and that they shouldn't do it, that he has the cure for diabetes. And he has a platform with hundreds of thousands of people following him and listening to what he has to say. So we live in a world that has access to very easily find out what insulin does and how it works. But there are many, many people who will never find out because they will not listen because somebody else said they know better. And it's just easier to listen to the guy who says he knows better than it is to do a 5-minute search. So we're even more ignorant now than we used to be and more disconnected than we used to be. It's a really weird time to be in. It's a really weird time to be in. Yeah, the entire series. I never owned the entire. I think I had like the dictionary portion of it, books 1 and 2. And then I had like 4 different books from the encyclopedia. It's crazy. I know, I finally built a fire after so long. Yeah, Crimson. I also think there's an inherent drive that we all have to respond to the bullying. Yeah, it's social media is weird. Social media is weird. That's all I can really say. Sometimes it's important that we have to walk away and just say, no, I can't deal with this right now. But it's hard to walk away. It's very hard to walk away because it's around us. It's everywhere we go. Okay, so I finally built the fire after friggin' forever. I've got a bunch of water. Can I boil? I can boil the water, right? I can boil the water at least. I don't have any food though. This is bad. Can I eat this food raw? Oh, wait, I've got the soup. I don't think I can cook the soup though, right? I guess I could just do that. Now give me some food. Go. Oh, I can't. I'm missing something. Dang it. Punch that fire out of anger. Oh, I gotta stop soon. Oh, I've been live for 3 hours. I need to stop. Well, we didn't make any progress. Damn it. If we wouldn't have gotten derailed, I would have died a lot sooner. There's a stove right here, dude. Just cook with that. Just take this little metal thing and put it on the fire. Dang it. Yeah, I need a cooking pot. Damn it. There's a barbecue right here. Just like put that in the fire. There's so much I have to do. Oh well. At least, well, I'm still starving though. That's not good. Alright, I should stop playing because poor Nora's been sitting around doing nothing. And I feel bad for her. Maybe I'll repair this place. Maybe I'll turn this place into my base. This seems like a worthy base. Maybe I'll do that. Can you do that? Miguel is enraged. He was starving. He's not fair. Oh yeah, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. I forgot completely what time it was. I gotta go hang out with Nora for a bit. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I have to work tonight. It's a really long night. I'm not looking forward to it. I am not live. I know. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it? I'm not live tomorrow, but I will be live Thursday. We will do something. Maybe Minecraft. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I am sorry for derailing the chat for so long. I hope that anybody who is creating content can kind of see the dangers of giving in to people and how quickly they can become toxic. It's really weird. It's really like not good. Zelda, I don't own it, man. I own, like, I have the older Zeldas, and I own Breath of the Wild. I don't have Tears of the Kingdom. I can't afford it right now. Money is too tight. Too tight. I just had $2,000 stolen from me from my bank account, and it's still not back. Let me double check. Maybe it's back now. Maybe it's back now. Is my rent money back, please? Nope. No rent money yet. Oh, man. So frustrating. Yeah, I had $500 stolen from my account, and it's very stressful to have that money stolen, especially when I wasn't expecting to not have the bank warn me when people were stealing my money, and not expecting for them to take up to 30 days to give me my money back. So I'm hopeful it'll be soon. But anyways, no money for game. No money for game. Because that happened. Don't worry. I already talked to the bank. Obviously, I've said this every time, but I gotta say it again. Obviously, somebody stealing all this money in multiple transactions of the exact same amount for a website that I have never gone to with an account that I don't use. Not that I don't use the account. I don't use my Visa debit. That wasn't suspicious to the bank. But me saying, hey, look, this money was stolen. Look at all this suspicious activity. That's suspicious. That to them is suspicious. That's going to take them a while to figure out. They let all that money go. They just now don't want to fix it for me. RBC, one of the greatest banks in Canada, apparently. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I will be back on Thursday, and we'll stream something. I don't know what, but we'll stream something. And then I don't know if I'll stream Friday. Maybe I'll have to stream tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if I'll stream Friday because my dad's funeral is on Saturday. And there's a lot that I still have to do before his funeral. So I'm going to see. I'm going to see how I'm feeling. Maybe I'll stream Friday. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It's going to be really, really busy. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me. So thank you everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate it. TikTok, I am disconnecting now. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Oh man, Majora's Mask is awesome. I am going to bring Zelda back. I'm just not, I don't have anything hooked up right now. Alana and Nora are moving at like near the end of August. And in that time, I have to like take all of this apart and move it. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that I have to reorganize in the house. So I don't want to be pulling out all these consoles and hooking everything up just to take it apart in like 5 weeks. So I'm trying to like just play with what I've got connected. Once I'm set up in a bigger space and I have a bit more, I guess freedom would be the word. I can set things up a little bit better. Like in here, I'm in the living room and like there's not a lot of space in here. And so having the console set up requires cables everywhere and a bunch of messes. Whereas like once I'm set up somewhere else, I'm hoping to like make an L-shaped style desk. And then that way I can have like the consoles and everything on one side and have like the monitors more spread out and have a bit more space. So for the next little while, I'm just going to play whatever I have installed. But yeah, I'm probably going to end up working with emulation. I try to avoid emulation, not because of any inherent bias against it. It's more I like using the real hardware. I like not having to worry about like weird glitches or like having things not perform the way they're supposed to. I don't know. I like the authenticity. Anyways, I got to get out of here. Thank you so much, TikTok. I really appreciate it. Have yourselves a great day, and I will see you soon. All right, Twitch, YouTube. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I got so derailed. You guys couldn't see it. For those who popped in on TikTok, you saw it, but you guys couldn't see it. That dude was off his rocker. That dude was like very, very much in need of some mental health support. Clearly, they're very fragile because they very quickly went from being, I'm a huge fan, I want to play with you, and I want all this stuff, to you're a jerk. Clearly not a fan, because like that's not what somebody who actually likes me would do as a response. I've had people that still watch me now that I've had to kind of be like, hey, pump the brakes a little bit, and they apologize, and it's cool. Or they get like upset, but like more upset, like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go, and then they cool down and they come back, and then it's if nothing happened. But if he was attacking me so quickly when I was trying to be really nice, clearly not somebody I want around. So be weary of people who are very pushy on your channel. That's all I can say. Yeah, Dead Space. I have to go back to Dead Space. I was playing the remake of Dead Space and we stopped because Dead Island came out. And so we stopped. I do need to play I have to finish the remake of Dead Space. That's something else I want to do. Okay, I gotta get out of here or I'm gonna keep talking forever. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you all being here, and I will see you in a couple of days. All right, see you later, everybody. Take care.